Snark Tank. You're about to get your ears glazed by the great Chris Raygun, Derek Blackman, and Tom Sweeney. Sit back and prepare for some action. Sit back and prepare for some glazing glory.
I killed a fly with a penny once. It was one of the most satisfying things I've ever done.
Did you say you killed a fly with a penny once?
Penny. I threw a penny and killed the fly, and I was like, that was amazing.
Those are those once in a lifetime things that happen that you're just like, damn. Like that's when I remember kicking a bee into a kid's throat once outside of karate, and I'm like, I'm never gonna do that again. That's crazy. It's amazing.
I had that moment. I definitely saw my friend throw a rock at a squirrel and hit it and kill it out of a tree.
Yeah,
because they always move.
See, you ruined it. I was like vermin. Well, I wouldn't say that's vermin, but like pests.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes. Bees are cute, but they're still bees. And then all of a sudden, the cute little adorable fuzzy squirrels. Oh, this nigga threw a rock at a squirrel.
No, some squirrels are hideous looking.
That was amazing. That was so funny.
No, it wasn't amazing. I just couldn't believe it didn't move.
Really, really.
What squirrels are hideous looking?
Some squirrels look gross. Some squirrels are like really cute, like fluffy.
No, they don't.
But then there are other squirrels that look like they are not. They're like ugly. Like
pull it up. Pull up an ugly squirrel that's not maimed and shit. Because that's basically what they're going to show you.
Because some squirrels have like a very like hard look to them. They look they're made of stone almost.
What the hell are you talking about?
You never seen like a fucking like one of those like.
I think he's like probably talking about some D&D shit.
No, it's genuinely not. I've seen like ugly ass squirrels. I've seen like really cute squirrels.
You know that squirrel that fucking bites you in D&D and you kick it? That one, that piece of shit.
That squirrel was a cute squirrel. It wasn't doing anything. It was just a squirrel.
That squirrel bit the fuck out of me, man.
It bit you. It didn't bite me, but I was a ranger.
Yeah, I don't remember what.
I don't remember if I antagonized it or anything like that.
I don't remember, but I didn't. One time it did, and I kicked the fuck out of it. Of course, you had to.
Yeah, you got to kick the squirrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kicked it, hit the wall. I laughed hard.
I'm kind of struggling to imagine a particularly frightening looking squirrel, or like one that I would consider being like gross. You know what I mean? They're usually pretty inoffensive.
They got the cutest squirrels out here on this one.
They just look like they're just adorable.
These are the cutest squirrels ever. Fuck, man. I've seen ugly squirrel. Unless it was a fucking monster and I thought it was a squirrel.
Well, you probably invented this in your mind.
100%.
Just like you do with so many other things.
No, I've seen ugly, like, gross squirrels. I don't want to
You've also seen the Last of Us movie trailer 4 years before.
I saw it and it was fake. I saw it and it was fake, but I did see it.
So you lied.
Then where is it?
No, it was fake. I saw a fake one.
Then where is it?
But then you believed it.
Where's the trailer?
I have to look for fake Last of Us.
It ain't there.
Welcome to the Snark Tank Podcast.
Dang, they got the cutest girls ever.
Shut up.
Exactly.
Welcome to the Snark Tank Podcast. Shut up, you. Welcome to the Snark Tank Podcast. That's Kingston. That's Derek. That's B. Go over to patreon.com/snarktank if you want to pop on over there. Ask us some questions over in the comment section. We read them on the show. We read them on Extra Ammo, which is a Patreon exclusive episode. You can go over there if you ask a question, you're worried like, oh, where is it? It's probably over there. StarTank.shop. There's some Halloween merch coming kind of imminently. There's I've got to rework some stuff, but by the time you hear it, everything should be set in stone.
Stuff will be out, and then some other stuff. Unofficial drop.
Yeah, unofficial. Yeah, like unofficial. Like we gotta,
it's very on brand for us.
We gotta just get moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's one that I like. I'm pretty stoked about. There's like a hoodie that's like based on kaiju kind of monster movies that I think looks pretty dope.
I gotta do an art piece for the merch.
Huh?
I gotta do like a personal art piece. I gotta draw something for the merch.
No, you can't draw anything.
But I think it'll make it funnier.
No,
I'll try really hard though. I'll try. I'll actually put my nose to the ground and try to draw it, and then I'll cry afterwards because it'll be so bad.
No.
I might have it. I might have to unlock it.
You're how old are you?
Older than I.
Too old to unlock anything.
That's not true.
Yeah, you're not. What are you? You're not. What do you think? You're Bryan Cranston? You're gonna I'm 40. I'm gonna blossom.
I will say,
no,
it is possible for other people.
Not you. Not you. Yeah. Your skill set is set in stone.
You're never gonna learn anything else ever again. You're done.
You're delusional. You're crazy. You're insane.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to draw, but I might be able to draw better than I think I can.
I think you would have figured that out already.
I don't draw, man. I can probably count.
Well, then you can't. Go ahead. Here it is.
No, this is not a big enough. This is not a big enough palette.
What the fuck does that mean?
Palette for me. I need a bigger palette.
A bad craftsman blazes his tools. Draw.
Yeah. What is this?
I need a bigger palette.
I need a bigger palette.
First of all, it's
do.
not called a palette. What are you saying, palette?
He means
for?
canvas.
palette.
He means canvas.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
You don't even
There's
know.
color palettes.
You don't even know. You don't even know like the metaphors.
I need a bigger sheet of paper.
Anyway, there's merch over there. Go over and grab it. Snarktank.shop. Some fun stuff. Also, like a lot of the old stuff is still there. We should probably start cycling some of that stuff out, so we can have like. What are you doing?
We need a little room.
Yeah.
Oh, he's finally doing it.
Oh, he's trying.
Here we go.
Sweeney's drawn.
He's drawing a potato wedge.
Is that a letter?
I think it's a potato wedge.
It's something.
I think it's.
I don't know where to start. I don't know how to.
Buffalo Wild Wings potato wedges.
My brain is so fucking cacophonous. I don't know where to aim my drawing.
Do you have even an idea?
No, it's this noise.
Well, that's
storm.
crazy.
It's a storm in there.
Think of something and then start there. Okay.
Just start with a shape and make the shape into something.
No,
that's how it works. Like I don't think about what I'm going to draw before I draw it.
You probably have an idea you're going to draw a person, right?
Yeah, I mean generally
That's
for the sake of like
at least have that thought. Like, are you going to draw an animal?
I just do shapes. I do shapes and I go from there.
You're like Fisher Price, dude.
I'm really bad at drawing. I'm really bad at drawing. Like you guys don't get it.
Okay, you and Joe both like just. I'm convinced you're just pretending to be as bad at drawing as you are.
No, I'm just not good at it.
No, but how can you not be? If I feel like personally, like I don't know, maybe this is like a crazy thing, but like I feel like if you can write, if you could be like this shape means this letter and make it into a coherent sentence, you have the capability to draw.
No.
Yes, you do.
No.
I think so. I think you just refuse to.
No. It's about translation, Chris.
Exactly.
You're
translation.
Whoa. That's so dumb.
That's translation.
No, it's about like anyone can imagine things and conceptualize things. What happens is that you have to get it from here to here.
No. You misunderstand.
That's the medium. It's like someone knowing like, oh, I know what a cat is, but I don't speak the same language as someone else. So I can't converse that I need what a cat is.
Are you under the assumption that you need to perfectly capture? Like, are you like, because that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that everybody knows everybody can draw to the point where they can like, do fucking amazing art, but they can do better than what I've seen you and Joe do.
Oh, probably.
Joe draws the same box man forever, and I'm just
He got better at it though. He did increase his ability.
He got worse.
No, he got
his
better.
His early box men are pristine in comparison to his modern day box men.
Let's give you direction. Draw a clown.
Yeah, clown.
Draw
you.
Draw.
All right.
Can you draw yourself? Do you think you'd be able to draw yourself?
No, that's hard.
That's
crazy.
Hard
for anyone to do.
That's crazy because I feel like
that's like reserved for like true artists.
You think so?
Yeah, I 100% think so.
Huh.
I think you're not giving yourself enough credit.
Maybe
for what you're able to do.
I guess I don't know. Well, people have insulted me before. They say like you're very easy to draw. Parentheses derogatory.
You don't have a very unique self, but but you're not like. That's not an insult, like you look like most.
You look like just
people. Like a lot of people look like you.
You just need a chin, nose, glasses, and then people. That's what they think.
Right.
They're like, oh, I got you.
Yeah.
That's why like there are so many like people that have. There's so many images of people that things have been sent your way.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, this looks like you. You're like,
no. There's really. There's straight up fan art of other YouTubers that I have just taken. It's just like that looks essentially like me. like that looks about like if somebody was trying to draw me, that would be kind of what they would draw. Although I have seen some people do it really, really well, where it's like, oh, there are people who are like really good.
Yeah.
But if you were just doodling me, you could. Yeah. What are you drawing?
He's gonna draw a clown. What are you gonna do?
It's kind of like an art. We got to get a. You know what we got to do? I got to figure out how to get a camera overhead of the table for like slot number 3, so that way like we could see what Sweeney's doing here.
I guess we could just
I'll figure it out.
a stand and put it just really really tall and then just lean it down.
Can you hook up a webcam to this?
Probably.
Oh, you can. No, because there's
It's kind of doubling as a webcam. These cameras.
Yeah. I just mean from the USB, but I forgot I have an Elgato cam link.
Little face.
That sucks.
That's not even.
I'm not done
yet.
You're
not even trying.
I don't know how to do it.
What are you gonna draw?
I'm starting with a face, and I'm just gonna customize it. I'm gonna fill it out, give it more dimension.
All right. Well, while you're filling it out,
gave you direction.
while you're filling it out,
I
listen.
understand. I'm just not.
We don't have the
But
time.
there's also probably a fear of being able of drawing things as well, because I don't know how to draw things well. So my brain's like, I'll just do something simple.
Fear?
Yeah, I definitely, because I got made fun of really bad by a teacher when I drew someone when I was younger, and I was like, well, I'm out of this bitch.
What the hell? What teacher would do that? What do you mean?
An asshole teacher in the Bronx
What
that
did he
has
say?
way too many students.
What did he say?
They made fun of my tree. I drew a little tree, and they were like, this is a fucking dumbass lollipop. This isn't a real tree. And I was like,
He said it's a dumbass lollipop.
no, he said this is a lollipop tree. Like, it's not a real tree. And I'm in front of class, like, I'm trying.
Scarred
You
him.
were in front of the class and you're just
Yeah.
like, this is a lollipop. This is not a tree.
This is a dumb lollipop tree. And I was like,
Bro, it scarred him.
That's
He's still
crazy.
scarred.
that's why I'm afraid to draw.
That's
you have the lamest traumas.
You do.
My
Except
mom,
for that one.
My mom.
All right, you got a handful.
It's a pretty substantial trauma.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I don't even call that trauma. I'm
kinda
bitching.
weak.
I'm lying. That's not really trauma.
It's weak.
I didn't know the bitch.
That's
I didn't know the
fucking
bitch.
crazy.
I didn't know the bitch.
Anyway, do we
That's how I
want
feel.
to?
That's
Anyway, what's going on in the intro? Do we want to mention the intro contest? Because it might be at play already. Like by the time people hear this,
Maybe
right?
so,
Like they
yeah,
might have already
so-
heard.
If everything is gone according to plan,
Right.
the intro was a winner. We kind of, I would say I'm going to say there's an official winner and there's a runner up.
Yeah. There's.
Um,
yeah.
I don't have your name, sir, or ma'am, madam, or whatever you are, whatever you want to call yourself. But
No, it's sir, ma'am.
we have sir, ma'am.
One to two.
So sir, ma'am. Yeah, it's just one or the other. He's drawing himself. It's going pretty well, I think.
I thought that was like the Stay Puff.
It's close.
It's kinda like
the
a Stay
Stay Puff
Puff.
with the Kingston haircut. But anywho, so yeah, there's the Toonami one. We have one that was also had another Toonami vibe, but the official Toonami one, I think,
Yeah.
is pretty nice. But
I agree.
I think what we might do is might interchange them every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like kind of just, fuck around with them. But yeah, and
we already do that with our existing intro anyway. Like,
yeah,
we-
I
you
kind
know.
of just slap a few things. Sometimes I'll put the short one if I'm just kind of like, let's get right into this kind of a thing. But whatever. There was for a while I kept going shorter and shorter. I was just bored.
I like the one that was like there was one episode where it was like, hey, look, and then it just starts. I like that it's kind of like
I was gonna
not
go
predictable.
shorter than that in the next one, but I was like,
That'd be awesome.
I should have stuck with it.
That's kind of a great idea.
Yeah.
But there's two that we really like. They're the Toonami based ones. We'll probably like flip around with them,
Yeah,
So
so-
you'll probably hear it by the time this episode. It'll be at the beginning of this episode, presumably.
Right. So congrats to those people. I'm gonna get into the other people. We appreciate it that the people that got in. You guys are hot.
Yeah, it was super cool.
Yeah, and
They were all really good.
we're gonna reach out to the people that the two winners, the one and the two, and let me get you something nice. Get you something. We're gonna I'll send you an email and then we'll coordinate and shit like that.
Yeah.
So, congrats. Appreciate it, guys. It was fun. Sorry it took so long, but again, it's on brand for what we do.
Yeah,
This
So-
podcast has I don't need to say anything.
Yeah. So that's that. You saw, you wanted me to write this onto the list. So I assume you have something to say about it. You saw Joker.
Oh yeah, I saw Folly of Doom.
So I did too. I went to the theater and saw it.
You went to the theater, so
Yeah.
I got one of those fucking Indian somebody. Hey,
Is he killing himself or is that a
No, it's
scarf?
little scarf.
oh, it's a scarf. I thought that was like a noose with and you just forgot to write the lines on the rope.
Yeah, but you see, it's that
Or draw
looks
them.
better. You know what I mean? That looks like at least a thing,
Yeah, that's
or
not
like a person.
That's not that bad. Like you could do that and then improve if you wanted to.
If I could focus my ideas, and then I could probably draw something half decent. Actually, now that I think of it, this is the first time I've tried to draw something ever in probably 15 years.
You're confronting your trauma.
Yeah,
Finally.
never that. Fuck that.
Draw a
This is
tree.
terrible.
What was that teacher's name, social security number, address, and family?
They were Mr.
information?
Modell. I remember it was Mr. Modell. It was
Modelo.
Modell.
Oh, like from Modell's, like the clothing store, the sporting store. I think. You remember that?
Of course, I remember that.
You remember
that's where
Modell's?
I used to get my fucking my sweatpants and my new sneakers from every school year.
That's where I get my gym clothes from.
Not anymore.
No, obviously not.
I mean, like gym,
school
gym. I was like, what? They don't exist? Do they still exist?
I don't think so. Anyway, yes, Joker, Follow You Do. Me and Derek saw it. Kingston did not. I don't think
he's not cultured enough.
I have no want to see it.
He's not.
I like Joker so much for what it was. I don't need another one.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt going into it, where I was just like, I don't know why. So here's how I felt about it initially. I was like, okay, if they're going to do another Joker movie, first of all, I didn't want one because I thought like
no one did.
I thought the idea of like the first one was really cool. The thing that I liked about it was literally the fact that it was a standalone movie.
Yeah.
That was like refreshing. It was like, oh, they're doing like these like smaller like character pieces. Cool. I don't want to see that guy do Batman or like fight Batman. Are you kidding? It's so lame.
Yeah, there's no way. I didn't even think that was gonna like even in
amazing.
Very, very elegant.
So
I'm gonna do Night.
All right.
Or maybe the country, Niger.
So that really threw me off, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't want another one, but I did think we're gonna cut away from him.
No.
I did think that if they were going to do another Joker movie, they would have to do something like really weird and crazy. And for me, the idea was like, oh, they're doing like a musical with Lady Gaga as like Harley Quinn. I was like, that's actually like so insane that it like, okay, work. That could actually work. I like musicals. I'm like maybe one gene away from being gay, honestly. Like I think like I really like musicals. I like show tunes. I like that stuff. I'm gay, is what I'm trying to say. But
I hate musicals. I'm so gay coded in pretty much everything else, but I just don't like musicals.
It's funny that you hate musicals, but you're fond of Disney. Those two things
are
compatible.
Musicals, yeah.
I like Disney movies for not so much the music. Is this the memorable? Let me.
You know what's great about Tarzan?
Tarzan's music in particular is really good. I think I would say Mulan I like a lot, but then like
they're all really good. That's like the point.
Yeah, good musicals.
But the other ones, like some of them, I just have I don't give a fuck about.
You don't like Hellfire from fucking Hunchback of Notre Dame? You don't like fucking?
I don't really have a lot of connections to that movie.
Come fire.
I heard gypsies in it, and I was like, I don't want to watch this.
Have you seen that movie?
She's bad though. The gypsy girl, the Romani girl's bad.
Esmeralda
she's bad as fuck, dog. She's bad.
Esmeralda is the reason that I have problems
willing to risk it all.
Yeah.
He hated her so much, and his dick loved her so much that he was going through turmoil.
If you pay attention, see the song is so good. The Hellfire song is so good. If you mute it, you'll pay attention to the actual scene. Dude is hard as a rock the entire time.
He's in love with her.
In his robe, it's like just fucking
jutted. If you turn the music, then the dick gets more visible.
He's like that. It's dripping and shit. He's just like
dripping. It's sticky. It's
fucking biting his lip and shit. He's just like, you're like, oh, I didn't realize.
I don't know, man. Like I don't really like musicals that much.
You are fucking insane.
Disney movies are definitely something I consider different, but like going to like watch like
you've been tricked. I feel like Disney did a good job in somehow marketing that they're not musicals.
It's different from my mindset because I think of music. I think of like Les Mis.
Yeah, it's
I think of like
Les Mis isn't a musical.
It's an opera. I guess
it's an opera. That's actually why I hated Les Mis. Actually,
it's more of an
opera. I remember going to Les Mis.
Musicals stop right, and then like, operas they just continue singing the whole time. So yeah, I guess I'm more of a fan of musicals.
Yeah,
mostly. Yeah,
that's what a musical like. Generally, like an opera is singing the whole time, and a musical is like it's a normal movie with like certain like surrealist kind of moments that kind of play out like, okay, well, this is like a song that explains like how a character's feeling or like a situation that's happening that really couldn't be conveyed in like a normal scene without it being long or like, really quick. Okay. There's a lot of good shit.
Yeah.
I like them a lot. I think they're just something like really catchy about a lot of them. I think they're really good at writing.
You know what I think
songs.
He's on. I think you're on the wave of. Because I'm in a similar wavelength where I'm not a huge fan of musicals unless they're fucking fire.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of musicals just don't cut it for me personally. But Disney are so good. Like their musicals are so good.
That's what they do.
It's kind of the bar for a lot of people.
Would you consider Wicked a musical?
Wicked's absolutely a musical,
Right.
is it not?
I guess. I don't know.
I actually don't know anything
My
ab-
perspective
Hold on.
of musicals and operas were completely skewed. I think that was the thing. I
Well,
think,
to be fair, I don't know anything about Wicked, but like my assumption
So
is that it's a play on Broadway. I would imagine that it's a musical, right?
They sing and then it's songs interjected into the scenes of the movie.
It's like In the Heights.
I mean, it's
or like
anything. It's fucking. I feel like there's nothing confusing about it. It's a movie, and then there
With music
are
scenes.
It's basically Bollywood. It's like
I love
like,
Bollywood movies. I think they're fucking hilarious.
Well, they're hilarious because I think you probably think they're hilarious because you think the music is hilarious. That's probably what you think, right?
No, I think the music's good. I think it's like the
I don't understand this.
he's
guy
a
at all.
confusing.
I
You're
think
confused.
they're hilarious.
He's confused.
No, I think
We're
they're
gonna
hilarious
move
because
on.
of how like high
we're gonna-
octane they are. Like
we're
when they're
gonna-
action scenes.
You're senile.
No, in
We're gonna
Bollywood
get you
movies,
committed.
the action scenes are so fucking. When there's action scenes, when it's
When
not
it's
like
an action movie,
When
yeah.
it's strictly like a love based movie, it's obviously like music and singing. But like when it's action based scenes, they're so preposterous that I'm like, this is so fucking fun to watch.
They're
Yeah.
amazing. They're amazing. Your line of thought is insane. I don't understand it at all.
How is it insane?
Because like you're like, hey, Bollywood musicals are dope. I don't really like musicals. Though.
I'm admitting
but I like Disney.
I'm admitting I'm wrong. I'm admitting I'm wrong to being like, oh, my perspective of musicals was incorrect. I was thinking more
Yeah.
along the lines of opera.
Okay, so you understand that you're a fan of musicals.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess-
Yeah. But you guys, I don't know. You guys think I'm way more of a Disney fan than I am, and I do like Disney. I'm not ashamed to acknowledge my enjoyment of some Disney things. Like I really like Star Wars is affiliated with Disney. I like Marvel, which is now Disney. My love for Marvel is not exactly for the Disney era. It's
How
for
often
like
do you go to
comics.
Disney?
I've been to Disney in like 2 years.
2 years. You haven't been to Disney in 2 years?
No, not since 2022.
All right. Yeah, fair enough, I guess.
Yeah, because they had to like.
I haven't been to Disney in 20 years. So
You're not dating a girl who loves Disney.
I wouldn't.
Go, man.
And if I did, I'd be like, listen, we're doing this maybe once every 15 years.
Yeah, I'm like, why would I? Dude,
It's so expensive. It's for
that's,
no reason.
That's my point. I think it's so expensive.
And then the whole thing is like, what are you actually going for? Because even if it is for the rides, for example, how many rides can you go on in a day? Not many.
You can do a lot if you go all day. But as if you go on all day
No, what
thing.
is a lot in your interpretation?
You can do pretty much every ride there if you go one day.
I feel like I'd rather go to like
But you'd
a
be
Six
there.
Flags
But
or
you'd be
something.
there all day. That's the thing.
you
You'd
think
be
you
there all day.
Bro.
Derek, I've done it.
Do you
I've
have some
done it.
like do you guys go on like these specific days that like, because see, normal people have like weekends off and shit usually, so they get to go when the park is packed and you have to wait a fucking hour for one ride, and to say you can go on every ride for being, I'm like, bro,
Derek,
there's
you would have
way more rides than there is time.
You would have to be there all day. That's the thing. It's not like you go.
There's more
for
rides
like
than
a
there
few
are
hours.
time.
Like I go, like if I'm going to see, like if I'm going with like Lilith, she wants to do like a whole big day thing, right?
So what is the whole
We're
day?
getting there at like 9,
Right.
And we're leaving at like 12. Literally, like I'm not kidding when I say we're there all.
So they're there for like 15
day.
hours.
Yeah, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
I hate it.
And I imagine if you guys recount back, maybe you hit like 10 rides.
I would say on.
I would imagine you maybe hit like 10 rides.
So California Adventure has like what? Maybe like.
Oh, that's it. And there's 2 parks. Jesus Christ.
4 rides. I'm not doing both. I'm not
was
doing both.
thinking of-
I don't do everything in both. That's just dumb. That is not a fun way to exist.
Right. I'm not even saying doing that, but I was just saying, like, I was just counting that one park. It's already hard enough to do. Dude, we tried. Let me put it this way. We won a contest where Disneyland was open for 4 hours at the what do you call it? The middle of the night.
Mhm.
And we got to just have the park to ourselves. It was insane. And we tried to ride every ride with no lines. We didn't get it. We
That's a lot.
ran. We ran trying to get on every single ride. And I was like, there's too much shit to do. And we didn't even have any fucking... So I'm like perplexed. I don't know. I feel like maybe you guys are... You're probably not telling the truth that you're probably... Lily's in a wheelchair. She's pretending, she's got the fast track.
We get
fast pass
the
shit.
fast pass thing for sure. We get the thing that
You
gives you like a
guys say,
parameter
oh,
of
there's
time.
an emergency and shit. And you go to the front, just get on the
Well, the
fucking
fast
ride.
pass is a pretty important bit of context there.
Yeah, the fast pass.
You,
to
oh,
go there.
yeah, I guess
If you do that,
But
then
it's
that's-
but it's the idea that like
Yeah.
it's times. It's not like you skip to the front of the line. Like at X amount of time you schedule and you go there at this time to ride it.
Well, okay. Well,
That's how that works now?
Yeah, they changed that.
What the fuck? Really?
They
You have
changed-
appointments for rides?
Well, yeah, so you can like
That's
do things
wild.
until X amount of time and then you go, because before it'd be
That
people
is
just
fascinating.
because it'd just be people like doing the same fast pass ride over and over and over and over again.
Like
I remember
I said-
going there at the freaking the Jersey Six Flags, and I did El Toro like 9 times because no one could take me. I was like, I'm just gonna go back in line again.
Maybe that might be a good system, but to me that kills the entire the wonder and exploration of a thing where it's like, oh, we gotta be at Space Mountain at fucking 11:30. Like that
It's
sounds
like it becomes-
so
it
gay.
becomes a doctor's appointment.
It's scheduling it. I mean, I
That
don't know, man.
sounds so gay to me.
I
bro.
like
I'm
Disney. I think it's a fun place to go every once in a while. I think particularly during the holiday seasons, Halloween time it's fun. Christmas time it's fun.
Well, look.
Food and
I
wine
gotta
is
go
fun.
once.
Here's the thing.
Just because JoJo hasn't been, I
Look,
have to go one
They're
time.
fun, but I wouldn't tell somebody to go because
Look,
even for
Tell
me,
Lily to give me tickets, please.
The point is,
Lily, give me some tickets, please.
the point is, I appreciate a good musical, right?
Yeah, that's what we were
That's
talking
what we were
about.
trying to get.
that's where you started.
I would appreciate, and I think the idea of like a musical about the Joker with Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn, like the whole like shared delusion thing. I think that's dope. I think you could make that really great.
I think the literal opposite, but I think
You
think
just
what-
admit.
I
We
think
just had a
what
whole
I'm-
conversation about how that's not true.
No. I think the musical aspect of that idea is dumb. I think musicals
Why?
are fun because I think the Joker is a fucking dumb ass character.
So you
I
think musicals
think
are dumb,
once
and then the Joker's a dumb character, but
no,
like it's not.
musicals. No. Musicals,
understand what's
musicals
happening
are fine as a thing, right? But I think a musical with the Joker and Harley Quinn sounds stupid because the Joker is just fucking stupid. That is where my argument comes
are
from.
What
not
do
a
you mean
creative
stupid?
person.
He's just such a like his character makes the same. It's the same problem with Batman as well. These characters,
We're never gonna get to the topic.
in the world they exist in, is stupid. Someone would kill them. They would just die. The cops would blow Joker's head off. The cops, some random
Oh my
criminal
God, it's
would
so
shiv
lame. You
him
think
in the
about
neck.
things so
You
lamely.
entering logic into this
la-
shit
Well, no.
is
The thing is this,
fucking
right?
dumb.
For Batman in particular, right? For Batman in
For
particular,
any
no,
superhero.
every superhero. Okay, a lot of them have powers that give them ridiculous plot devices, and I'm aware of that. It's really hard to put logic in these things.
No, I'm just-
but Batman is meant to be the grounded one.
No.
He's not.
Air quotes,
No, he
air,
isn't.
Air quotes. He's the human. He's
Nolan
the human.
Batman was supposed to be the grounded
the character
movie.
of
That's really the only
the
one,
character
right?
of Batman is supposed to be the human ingenuity. He's able to overcome because of his humanness. But then he goes and he knows this motherfucker's a 25-year-old that knows every martial arts.
But
he has money out all the. It's like this is ridiculous.
Well, see, look at. I feel like that was never the intention, and someone just made that
No,
narrative up.
it became that eventually. It wasn't that
No,
initially.
I feel like that's,
it wasn't initially.
You know what?
It became
it
that.
feels like a zeitgeist to me, where it's like people just kind of latched onto this idea that it never was supposed to be. Because if he was supposed to be humanized, he wouldn't be rich as shit.
He's supposed to be a human, not humanized. He's
But
supposed to be a
lot of-
human person.
So many. It's just like it's the same thing being like, oh, Spider-Man's the average everyday person. Then it's like he got bitten by a radioactive thing. He has this thing that makes him inhuman anymore. He is now something.
I agree
he's now
with
something,
the idea that Spider-Man isn't. Spider-Man is a superhuman, right? He's a super person.
Right, it is something that there has been everybody, no matter what it is, they've been bestowed with something that makes it out of a regular person's
Yeah,
reach.
Superman does alien.
everybody just needs to-
Batman's a god, effectively, because
So
he's a
everybody
plot
just needs
device.
to go in to understand
Yes.
that. But like, let's back up though. Let's back up. Why in particular do you think Joker wouldn't work as a musical? 'Cause you're saying Joker's a stupid character, but I'm like, first of all, that has nothing to do with anything. Think about who he is, what he's done, the shit that you've seen him do in cinema already, in comics,
It doesn't sound interesting. I think it sounds the idea of like a musical about Joker, about it, like him cutting out scenes to sing doesn't sound interesting. Because I think
that's genuinely crazy.
I think that's like demonstrably
it's
false.
literally
what made Arthur Flex so
also gotta
interesting.
we gotta stop talking
Yeah,
over each
okay.
other. By the way, it's a miserable listening experience. But go on.
What made Arthur Fleck enjoyable was his insanity, his sad demeanor, and like how fucked up the world around him was. And I was like, oh, this is cool. I like the idea of this. It is very like so much so humanizing to a character that I felt like always was more of an entity than a person. But then them making a second movie, I was into it. Was like, okay, I really don't care because we already been there, done this. This character can just go off into the sunset as a good piece. But then them making it a musical from the jump, I was like, this doesn't feel like this version of the character needs a musical.
Okay, so that's not what you said.
Then the character needs a musical.
Why do you make an argument and then you like flesh it out later after you've made the main point? To the point where like it no longer applies to the first thing you said.
I don't think it doesn't apply.
Because you said a musical about the Joker is dumb. And then I said, what makes it dumb? And then you're like, well, this Joker. That's a different conversation.
Okay, so more or less my statement is
because that actually makes more sense.
Because what I'm saying is the Joker in the sense of the Joker, the movie Joker, like the movie The Joker. That's what the context was.
Why did you start with
I should
that?
have contexted that as well.
You
My
know,
apologies.
But I gotta say,
I still disagree, but I understand that
I still
better.
don't think this character is like, what is he in a musical
Like
for?
I think Mark Hamill, you know what I mean? Like I feel like a Mark Hamill in like a musical situation, like a Mark Hamill Joker in a musical, it makes perfect sense. It's so he's already like a surreal kind of over the top character.
It could be zany in a way
perfect sense
that people find interesting. I still would never find interesting personally, but I also just don't like the Joker very much.
Oh, see, that's from your perspective because you have this weird dichotomy of that you like musicals but you don't like musicals. So I think that's like kind of weird because to me, I would say this, that say as a fan of a musical, I'm like, I'm down for this if it's good. That's basically what it. But the one thing that I find interesting,
that's what matters the most, if it's good or not. Honestly, that's the biggest deciding factor.
But
obviously,
but at the same time, you weren't interested in just when you heard it was a musical. You were immediately uninterested. You weren't interested.
I was more interested immediately since there was a sequel. That was where my interest came from. Not musical. Musical was like I still don't like. I'm still not hooked on it. But the moment I heard there was a sequel, I was like,
you weren't going to see it.
I was like,
right.
No. If it got rent reviews, I have to see it. You know, I'm not going to be like, oh, this movie.
Do you think you would if the musical what it is now, if it got rave reviews, do you think you would?
Yeah, I'd give it a check.
Okay,
I'd be like, okay, why would I not? Like I want
to say this at it because the point of you saying that this Joker specifically. I feel like when it was announced as a musical, I thought a lot of people thought this was kind of a logical way for it to go because of how much music was involved in that first movie and how theatrical how music.
Yeah, he literally like dances constantly. Yeah, it
was very like.
I do think the tone of it would be like the type of character that Arthur Fleck in that movie would be difficult to translate to a musical, but I do think like that's correct. Like the vibe of like just the fact that he dances all the time and he's like
it was very musical. The production itself was not a lot of.
Well, I feel like that's why I feel like it was like
even just the stage when he's on.
It could be 100%.
Yeah, I think
it seemed like it could have translated pretty well.
But now we get to the movie.
Yeah,
and where was it?
Well,
did they half-ass the musical nature of the movie in general?
Dude, I would argue that it's not even really a musical. I would argue that there's one scene where it's like kind of a musical number where they're actually singing a song and they're actually like doing the heightened reality, like kind of surreal, kind of like involving other people and it's kind of like a delusion in the mind of like, and it's kind of cool. And then they just never do it again or before. And it's just a lot of the musical sequences in this movie are them kind of, they're just sort of sitting there or standing there singing a song and they're not even really like in, it almost feels like they're practicing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it seems like they're in their trailer rehearsing for the actual musical bit. And then the actual musical bit never happens. It feels like that first 10 seconds before a song in a musical starts where they speak the words and then they never actually do the thing.
It's starting to get going and then it never gets there.
It just never does it. It edges you the whole time basically. And you're like, when's the fucking musical happening? And it sucks because dude, so Lady Gaga put out like a record. It's literally called like Harlequin. I think it's all the songs from the movie where she sings all of them. And it's great. It's so good. And I remember being like, oh, I'm excited to hear this in the movie. Not once. Not a single one of those songs on that entire album is in the movie.
Really?
Except for That's Life, which she sings at the end credits. None.
Oh, really?
Not that. Well, if they are in the movie, it's like, again, not that version where it's like clean and great.
Right. There's all,
and like bombastic.
Yeah.
It's just like kind of, I don't even know how to describe it. They just like completely fucked the premise entirely.
Well, a spoiler. There's gonna be a spoiler. How does it end? What happens at the end of the movie?
Okay, so
well, how about can we like let's not jump all the way there immediately?
Because I just want to know what happens. I don't give a fuck. I don't.
I know you don't give a fuck, but we're talking about the movie. Like, can we just not
okay, go for it. Do your thing.
We'll get there eventually, and if anybody's curious, we'll do like a sufficient spoiler warning or whatever. But
yeah, this because I imagine us talking about some people are gonna be like, I have to see this. In the same way, that's literally the only reason I want to see this.
Yeah, I was like, I have to see what
like,
the fuck
I
people
can't
are talking
believe it's.
about.
I'm being bombarded with reviews saying this shit's a fucking disaster, and I'm like, could it really be this bad?
Yeah.
From watching it, I have a little bit of a different take that I feel like this movie was a little bit too meta to enjoy.
I agree.
I think that
Because it's a movie about the first movie, kind of.
Yeah,
Is it just making fun of the first movie and how ridiculous it was?
Well, look at here's the thing. Here's what I think. I think so. This is what I kind of feel like. This is just from me watching. I don't know how. I didn't watch any of the reviews. I have no idea why people don't like it per se, because I wanted to go into it dry.
Yeah.
And so from my observation, I feel like it didn't appeal to anyone other than there's probably a small group of people who are like kind of have this nihilistic point of view of stuff, and they're like, oh, this is funny, I like what they did. Because what it seems like, okay, the musical, if you like musicals, you didn't like this fucking movie because this was a shit musical. If you like the original, for if you're one of those weirdos that thought the Joker was cool or you'd identify, you didn't like this fucking movie. If you just wanted to see a solid fucking movie, well, the good scenes are interrupted by these shit fucking singing things. So it's just like no one could really enjoy it. Because there were times, so I was playing a video game while I was watching it. And then there was times where I'm enthralled in the scene. Like the little guy.
That's the best movie. That's the best scene in the movie.
Amazing scene. I'm fucking like really, really into it. And then like, as an example, after that, or even before that, right before, there was actually one of the only numbers in there, musical numbers, where it was like he's dancing and then he all this shit. But like, I'm really paying attention, and then it'll just cut to some bullshit, some lackluster shit song or something where I'm like, this isn't even good. You had my attention. And so I'm like, it's not like fucking, like you're watching Grease or something where you're kind of like, shut the fuck up and sing already. Because that's what you're here for. And to me, it was the opposite, where I'm like, this is a good scene. They're setting this up really well. The dialogue's good. I like Lady Gaga's acting there. Hey, you have a visitor.
Yeah, she's good.
You have a visitor. She's doing her thing. He's exposing her for like being a fucking liar and stuff. And then all of a sudden, in the most shittiest tone, why do birds suddenly appear? And I was like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. And what sucks about that is you have to understand, like I watched this movie after listening to the album, right?
Yeah.
That song on the album's great. Like, it's like it's almost like every song on the album, they took like the first take in the trailer and put it in the movie. I'm just like, what's going on?
I have a theory about that. So the same, like the nihilist that in probably only a small few people, I feel like the meta part of it is, and I feel like this is just bad execution, it's supposed to be shitty. It's supposed to be shitty because the Joker would have a shitty musical. If you understand what I'm saying.
I think that version of him would have a shitty musical. Yeah.
The Joker is such a fucking loser. And even like in his crazy worldview, like we're kind of seeing we're watching how a Joker thing would play out. In his head, it's probably grandiose and awesome. Yeah. If she was singing, it would probably sound fucking beautiful. But like, this is like reality, like flat, gross. Yeah. Like, and I feel like it's kind of meta in a way that there's years removed. Some people are going to be like, oh, this was actually kind of brilliant.
I think it's interesting. I'll say this about it. Yeah. I was interested the entire time because it was the only movie that I've seen recently where I'm like, I have no fucking clue where this is going. Like a lot of movies are like really predictable, and you can get like, okay, I can see, even the movies that I like, like Alien Romulus, like I loved it. I had a great time in that theater, but like I knew, I got it. Like I understood where we were going.
Beat for beat, that's an Alien movie. You know what's going to happen.
Right. Yeah. And there's comfort in that, and there's cool. And I think you could still execute that well. But like this one was like, we were going to the prison, outside the prison, back to the prison, outside, back to, and you're just like, what the fuck where are we? Are we going to end where we started? Like what's going, like what is the point of this? I was genuinely interested the entire time, but I was also just trying to figure it out. Yeah. I feel two ways about it, where like, I didn't really have that I don't think it's a movie that I would want to see again multiple times or anything.
No.
I think the more I think about it, the more I think it failed at its main premise. But the more I kind of like how weird it was.
You know what?
It's not better than the first movie.
Oh, not
at all.
No,
but it's more interesting.
That's a proper movie. The first one,
right?
This one
with a script.
This one feels like, and I'm not saying it's a 1-to-1. It's just reminiscent to me of how we felt or how we feel about Spider-Man 3, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3, where
that's a good point.
Yeah, because I feel like that's what's going to happen. Because as I'm paying attention to it, I'm like, I think people are going to realize later why this is fucked. And and it's just, unfortunately, the director can't hold people's hand to explain how you're supposed to enjoy it. That's kind of you don't do that as a director. You don't do that as an artist.
Right.
If you're a bad artist if you're doing that. It's like explaining the joke, right?
Yeah,
you're like, what the fuck are you doing? So I feel like it's impossible. Like,
well, there's even that scene in the movie where he goes like, "You wouldn't get it" or whatever, and it's like lame. And then, like at the end of the first movie, that was like the stinger. Where he's like, "Yeah, you wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get the joke," which is cool. Like I like that ending.
Right.
The ending, I will say, is terrible. The ending,
go ahead. Spoiler.
The ending, I think, genuinely sucks. Do you want to know how it ends?
That's all I care about.
Go ahead.
You get hit by a bus something like that?
I mean, it's not that different. So
wait,
like,
what?
So,
I'm close.
You're not real. Like, okay, so here's what happens. Spoiler alert for the end of Joker 2.
Yeah, I'll put a Joker icon for while you're
put a gif of like a really shitty clip art gif of a dancing clown over the entire time that we're talking about.
Okay.
It's so the whole movie centers around the trial of the Joker, basically.
Yeah.
And during the trial, like, people outside blow the wall up. I don't know, whatever, but. He runs to the stairs and he meets Lady Gaga. And he's like, and at some point he admits, on the stand that like there is no Joker. I'm kind of like, I'm lame and dumb and gay.
Yeah.
And he basically says that
those
on
words,
in those words exactly. And then Lady Gaga loses interest, and then he gets broken out of the courthouse. He goes to the stairs. He meets up with her. He's like, we can run away together, and she's like, well, you just admitted that it's gone, so we got no fantasy left. Like, there's nothing. I was in for the fantasy, and like you fucked it up.
Where's the Joker?
Which I think is actually super interesting. But
where's the Joker, baby?
Where's the Joker, baby? Because that's so real, by the way. Like that's the thing. It's like that's what bothers me about parts of this movie, because I'm like, that's a dope idea.
Yeah.
The idea that's like, Harley's only interested in him because of this persona, and the idea that it's like not real. It's like, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Because that's how. I'm not going to generalize, but whatever.
You're a damaged man, bro. You're a
Look,
damaged
whatever. I think that's a dope idea. But then, like, he just kind of goes back to prison. They take him back to prison. And then, like, he gets called into he's like, you got a visitor. And then he gets lured into a hallway. And some other guy goes, hey, can I tell you a joke? And he basically, like, goes on. I don't remember what the joke is, but he goes, the punchline is you get what you deserve. And he shanks him a bunch of times and he just dies on the floor. But then in the background, that guy who shanks him is like out of focus, and he's like sitting like on a bench, and he's like cutting the smile into his face, and then it ends.
Scars.
Yeah, and it's like
you hear that under his breath.
Yeah, he goes like, he turns to the camera, like, I'm Heath Ledger.
I'm Heath Ledger. I never actually died.
I'm actually not.
Really rude,
bro. Can you imagine if this whole time he was faking his death?
And he comes back for that? That's so terrible.
The movie would be amazing. That would be amazing.
My
legs
would extend because I want such a hard ovation. I would like turn into like 10 feet tall, like, holy fuck.
I would grow extra arms. I'd turn into fucking, what's his name?
Man Spider?
No.
Doppelganger?
No, dude from Mortal Kombat. The extra arm.
Goro.
I'd turn into Goro, and then I'd spawn another me.
I'd be fucking terrified if you turned into Goro. Like, if I was sitting there and you turned into Goro, just to clap more.
Clap more.
Just so
my fingers cleave.
Yeah, so.
And then I'm going to die. I'm going to die in 2 hours. I can feel it.
But yeah, so that's how it ends, basically.
Yeah.
So he dies, and then the guy behind him, like, cuts the smile into his face. And it's like, I guess the implication is that if there is a real Joker, this is like the model, right?
Yeah.
This is not the one.
Right.
This is like this guy's prototype. It's like, this guy's fucking lame, actually. I'm going to go do the real thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is like,
you kind of put it into like, oh yeah, this guy couldn't do all the crazy shit that the Joker baby really did. So he steals the moniker. He essentially becomes a legacy character. That fucking new guy.
Don't tell people that. They'll fucking
That's funny as
snap. They
fuck.
will snap. Somebody would snap.
So he dies and he's a loser.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you think the black Joker would have as much success as a white Joker?
Yeah, because you wouldn't be able to tell he's black.
No, what if he just had what if he had like a black person's phenotype?
Yeah, I mean, like I can tell.
I think he would have died.
I can tell he's a black man by his features, unless he like Jesse Williams or something.
Not if he's
you know?
Kingston.
I look like a black person.
Well,
Yeah, because you're black.
Yeah, but if you straighten your hair, do you think
If you straighten your hair, it would be kind of hard. And you painted your face, it would be kind of hard to tell.
I have the bias, so like I can't.
I've only known him as a black man.
I can't. Yeah.
But he's always complaining about his white nose. So like
He
now
does
it always gets me thinking.
I never said I have a white person. I have a pointy nose.
You have a pointy nose.
I don't have a white person's nose.
I don't have
though.
black nose.
You're gonna sit here and pretend to me like you've never joked about you having a white nose.
I never said it's a white person. I said it's a pointy fucking nose that doesn't fit my face. I said
white
it's
nose.
not a black person nose exactly.
So what is it?
I don't know.
Wham.
There's other things in black. It's got to be a white person if it's not black.
I'm a fraud.
I mean-
I don't have black nose. Wham.
I don't have a black nose.
This one's like this. This one's really broad.
Yeah, you want fucking you're tired.
Big
It's like
ass
when you have
fucking
when you have a fucking creative character and he just put
Yeah.
the nose so
He's
fucking
mostly
big.
nose.
So how do you?
That's amazing.
So what is that? How does that strike you?
Do you love it?
I think it's funny that he got stabbed. I want to laugh my ass off at that part.
It was kind of funny, to be honest with you. It was.
I don't know, man. I just think
What
like
sucks too is that everybody does a good job in the movie. Like all the actors do a great job.
Yeah.
And like the sets are good, and then it's just like the music sucks.
What hurts
It's so
the most-
weird.
what
It
hurts-
really is a Spider-Man 3 kind of situation.
What hurts the most
Spider-Man
is
3 is
that-
better.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
what hurts the
I don't
most
know if
about
it's as
this
heady, but-
is that this is going to affect the knowledge of the first one. That's the problem.
I guess I don't know.
Where like
I kind of don't think it does, to be honest with you.
I think it just by nature it does being a sequel. You know, unfortunately, though, it's still going to be a good movie. No matter, it's going to have its merits.
Yeah.
But if you make a series of things, if you make a sequel to something, if you make a first book, right? Book 1's fantastic. Book 2, very good, but book 3 sucks. That tarnishes a bit of the perspective. It's like, oh, the way it ends. Because think of Game of Thrones.
I know what you're saying.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
The first 5 seasons are fantastic. The last 3 seasons are bad.
May I stop you?
Yeah.
The only reason I disagree with this is because nobody wanted the sequel in the first place.
Yeah.
So it kind of doesn't matter.
I think that'll do some lifting for it not to be as bad.
I think the first movie is still fantastic.
Oh,
Like, it has not
like,
done anything.
I feel like
to
if
tarnish it
people
to me.
yearn for a sequel,
I think we're
and then it
sensible.
was
That's
this,
what we're sensible. That's why we'll say that. We're sensible. So we're like, oh yeah, we're like, but the second one's so bad.
but nobody wanted it
Yeah,
though.
well,
Like, I feel like
agree.
that's why it's even doing so poorly.
Yeah,
It's
nobody
just-
cared to see this. I didn't care
It
until
wasn't-
I was promised a musical, and then I was like, "Oh, sick!" And then it just wasn't. So I'm like, "Okay, cool, dude." It sucks how good that album is.
Yeah.
Like it's so
I
good.
need to
And then it's
listen to
all
it
it's
now.
all these old, and to be fair, it is show tunes. Like so, it's like I don't know, your mileage may vary. I love that shit.
That's her
Right.
bag.
Let's think about how
I love it.
Let's think how bad this musical was. No, there was no fucking earworm to me.
Right.
Unfortunately,
But there are earworms on the album. That's what's so annoying.
Yeah, that
There's
is
so many-
weird.
like they obviously do like and a lot of the songs that they sing like shitty in the movie like are on the album, but it's just like, dude, just do the number that I heard. Like do it. Imagine if the Tarzan soundtrack came out and it was like Phil Collins and it's banging, but like in the movie it's an actual caveman trying to sing. You know, it's like one family. Like that's kind of what it's like, honestly. It's like listening. That's how jarring the movie was to me. It was as if I was gaslit into thinking Phil Collins would be in this movie, and he just wasn't.
Or
They wasted Lady
writing
Gaga in
the
the
lyrics. I wanna know.
Ooga
Can you show
boonga,
me?
kachunga winga gunga we go.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty. And then they leave it in where it's like,
go.
oh yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think all they
That's
use
pretty
is
good.
that.
That's pretty
Did
good.
you see that? Was it Oblivion? That one NPC that where they left in that fucking take where she's like, let me do it again.
Let me do that again.
It's so amazing.
I love that stuff.
It's so
man.
amazing.
But there's, I like old. Like when video games were like they made a lot of money, but they didn't like make bank. You know,
Yeah.
like when they were just like, we'll make enough to make another game and live relatively comfortably.
Right.
That was a good time.
It was.
You had like even Skyrim is so quaint by today's standards because like there's like what like 5 actors in that game for like all the people.
There's genuinely no more than 10 for real. Like for real, there's definitely
Like
no
I
more
genuinely
than 10.
think the voice cast is like maybe 6 people. It's like, and that's like the long list.
Yeah.
You know,
I think-
it's 3 women, 3 men,
One Swedish
and then-
guy that did 100 characters.
I think
Yeah.
I think there are for the NPCs there are genuinely like 10 people, and then for the characters there are people. But like for the NPCs,
Yeah.
there's genuinely
Right.
like 10 people.
Yeah, there was,
no, probably 7, 8, like for real.
yeah, no more than 10.
Yeah.
There's no more than 10 voice actors in Skyrim.
I forgot what that guy's name is.
Maybe for the DLC they got one other person. You know,
There was the
like,
Ventus Tarantino. No, there was the
Fuck,
there's
what's
the
the shit?
Jarl Ulfric.
He's
Ulfric Stormcloak.
he's Bailey in Mass Effect, the Captain Bailey.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's Saul Ty in Battlestar Galactica. I forgot his name. Whatever, he's old as shit.
Yeah.
But he's like General Tullis. I think he's
Tullis?
Tullis, the
Yeah.
Imperial
Yeah.
guy. It's that guy. I forgot his name, but I recognized him immediately. I was like, oh, there's a somebody different. I was like, yeah, there's a somebody I actually recognize.
Did you start with the Stormcloaks or the Imperials?
Everybody did Stormcloaks first, I imagine.
Of course.
I don't remember what I did.
I
I don't think I gave a shit.
Ulfric
Because
Stormcloak.
look, with all due respect, like even back then, when I was like really enthralled with Skyrim, I still kind of didn't really care about fantasy stories. I cared more about just like let me. The second I got out of that cave or whatever, I was like, I'm off doing some other shit. Like I could give a fuck what's going on with this civil war. Fuck you. I had it in the mind of like, I generally try to role play in some way a character that is me. Where it's just like, oh, I'm about to be executed and now I'm free. I'm not involving myself with any of the people I just communicated with. Are you kidding me? Like, like I can't trust any of these people. I'm leaving. I'm gonna go into the woods and fucking kill bears until I'm fucking super strong and then kill everybody.
I remember that scene.
But I
of
think
the
I did. I
the
think I
Civil
did
War
Imperials
happening.
first. I think.
The Civil War is happening, and you like walk up on fucking, I think it's Whiterun, and the whole fucking fight is happening. And I feel like a visual like top down look at that would be so crazy, because there's just these people fighting with like swords real trashly. Then this one guy comes in and shouts someone's
Just
skin off their
shouting,
body,
fucking
and teleports away.
like this.
Like casting fireballs, putting runes down that people are already inside of. So if they twitch at all, they blow up. And I was like, man, you guys are getting molested by me.
Yeah, if you're like on one of the sides, say if you sided with the Stormcloaks, if you're like the Imperial army, you would be like, if you're Imperial, you'd be like, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Like, you see what that
It's
guy's doing?
It's
This guy has
unreasonable.
an arrow in his head and he's fine.
That's kind of the problem with those games. It's like you are so strong that it really doesn't make sense that anyone would oppose you.
Right.
Like
Right.
That's every
Why do people
that's
why do the
every game
guards-
late game.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, I know,
The
yeah.
you steal something, and then the guards will continuously fight you, and you're like, dude, I killed 100 of your homies. Why are you still fighting me?
I literally screamed your son off of a mountain.
Then shing, they come at you.
There's
You
so
know,
I long for the confidence of a Skyrim NPC.
Right?
Like I long for that confidence to be like, it's the Dragonborn, get him.
Get him.
Like what the hell are you gonna do, Charles?
And it's like, what are you're gonna yeah, I'm fighting you in the middle of the fight. I aim a bow at the sun and I shoot it, and it turns to sorta nighttime.
I never did
Nighttime?
that. I saw it on.
You never did it. You never.
I knew that it was a thing that you could do, but it looked so cool.
That shit is so dangerous because you do it, and then there are gargoyles and werewolves and shit running around in broad daylight, and it's really bad. You're just walking through a trap, and then you see like some guy, you see a bounty hunter coming to attack you, and then a werewolf attacks him, and you're like, whoa! And then you use the time shout so you can run faster away.
Hell yeah, dude.
Skyrim is so special, man. I even as we're talking about it, like I
Every
want to
time.
play it, but
Every
like I
time.
know I won't because there's so much to
You
play right
can't.
now. But like I always like
Every time.
there's some that's
Every
such a
time it's
fun-
mentioned, I'm like, fuck, that feeling.
It's a good
I
feeling.
overplayed that game. I didn't have anything left to do really.
It's the most hours I've ever sunk into a game, actually.
It is.
Well, that wasn't like some passive bullshit, but like,
Yeah.
this, like actively playing something. This is
I got-
probably the closest I've had to like probably close to 1,000 hours. I imagine.
Oh, easily, yeah. Undoubted. I'm definitely like 500 hours, but
Yeah.
between all the versions of it that I got
Right.
and played,
Right.
absolutely.
I want to play it again, but also I just can't. I don't know, man. I just don't.
There's just other. I could.
There's
There's just.
other stuff.
If I was simple like my friend, I envy him. where he buys like a game a year, and then he just sinks hours and hours into that game.
I bought like 3 in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I bought
just for work.
I'm trying.
Just like, I'm
yeah,
so
yeah.
tired.
You
It's
have
one
to.
no
last
You
few
have
months.
to,
I bought,
so.
like,
I
one
have
last
about
month.
300 hours in Silent Hill 2.
What?
No, can you
I was
imagine?
like,
That's insane.
No.
Did that game just come out? You just weren't turning it off.
This was
Then,
like
clearly.
Can you imagine?
Blood
Well,
red.
first of all, can you imagine spending hundreds of hours in Silent
No,
Hill
that's
2?
why I was like,
so
I
boring.
believed
Eventually,
you, and I shouldn't have. I don't know why I was like, what?
I had that game kind of spoiled for me, unfortunately. I actually missed out on it growing up, and I had it recently, kind of like, oh, damn.
I didn't
that
play when
sucks.
I was young. I didn't play when it came out.
I wasn't a Silent Hill person.
it's
I was
really
a
good.
Resident Evil guy.
I was totally a Resident Evil guy.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Resident Evil is definitely more action oriented. Even Resident Evil 2 remake and like Resident Evil 2 in general, like those even the older Resident Evil games are like a lot more action heavy. But Silent Hill 2 is really good. It's but it's more heady. It's like more like anxiety. It's more anxious than it is like scary. It's like tension, I guess.
Right.
Which is cool. I haven't really like played. It's been a while since I played a horror game like that.
I don't play games that scare me because I'm a fucking bitch.
You're a pussy
I'm a
baby
fucking
bitch.
pussy coward. I'm a coward.
You ain't telling no lies.
I'm a coward. I'm afraid. I don't want to be afraid.
Absolutely.
I
no
remember the
lies
last
told.
time something in a game genuinely scared me. Like even like I can get jump scares. That's just not fair. But like
That's easy because
Yeah,
that's
that's easy.
just,
It's more of a startle. Than
Yeah.
anything.
if
Like,
you put a bunny on a screen really quickly, I'll be like, whoa, that's a bunny.
I
Where'd
think
that
I
come
genuinely jumped when the dad in Resident Evil 7 just busted out of the wall because you weren't expecting it because he never showed that like
He could do
he was
anything
that
abnormal.
OP.
I
And then
remember-
he just boosh. You're like, what the fuck?
the last time that I remember getting genuinely scared from a video game was I think it was Resident Evil. It was the most recent Resident Evil, not the remake. The
with the baby?
yeah, you were there.
Yeah, with the baby?
Oh, that thing is gross.
That
yeah.
thing because the thing that makes that effective, it's like the piano in Super Mario 64, where it's just like the rest of Resident Evil Village is so not scary. You know, it's creepy, I guess, but like it's not really scary to move through the Lady Dimitrescu's mansion. It's not really that
I was
scary.
just horny the whole time we went there.
Yeah, I really was.
I'm
Especially
gonna
with
find a way to
my
fuck
nude
you.
mods. I'm like,
Yeah, I was bricked up the whole time. It's not really scary. I'm just like very horny. the entire
Going
time.
circling like in fucking zombies when
Yeah.
they're coming after you, that she's chasing you.
Even her like her what is it? Her daughters or whatever, her sisters or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I'm
yeah.
just like I love this place.
yeah.
So
I want to live here.
why would I mind being here?
I don't care if it probably stinks.
There's probably corpses everywhere.
It's probably fucking horrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like the swamp is kind of cool. Like werewolves aren't really that scary. And then like the factory is like what the factory is more annoying than anything.
Yeah.
And so like the rest of that game is more of like an adventure game to me. And then you get to that fucking house, and it's just immediately disturbing.
Yeah.
Like immediately,
Your
like
weapons get taken away. You're
Yeah.
you're fucking put in a bunch of fucking hallways.
it's scary. Like it is authentically. I got so into it, and it really did. Like not since, like I think before that. So that was like what was Resident Evil Village? That was 2019.
2021, I think.
Really?
I don't remember.
2020, 2021.
It was during the pandemic.
It was
wasn't
during height of pandemic.
No, yeah, you're right because I remember the apartment that we were in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so 2021, 2020. The last time I was scared before that was literally like by a video game. Probably was like 2007.
What
I remember
game?
it was the demo for BioShock. The demo for BioShock scared the shit out of me because I was like a kid.
You know what game actually scared
and then
me?
like the beginning is genuinely horrifying.
PT
Like
scared me.
PT.
Yeah.
I never actually played. Like I sat in rooms with people as they played it, but I never actually like.
Shit
played
actually scared
PT.
me. I don't get scared very often because I'm apathetic as fuck. But
Yeah.
like
No
it
lies told.
fucking. I was like, oh, this is kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Then I went to bed.
It
I
happened.
started getting scared and I didn't let my brain continue to frighten me. So I was like, I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Well, it just happened. Like getting scared by video games happens to me so rarely that I remember them vividly. Like when it happens, like I remember it was BioShock. It was the beginning when like the fucking Splicer guts that guy, and then you're in the elevator with like nothing, and then it gets dark, and it's like she's screaming and like scraping holes in it, and it's just like and then the door, and then it gets quiet, and then the door opens, and I'm like, nah, bro.
No, I don't want
Like
this.
it's so funny how immediately that game becomes like not scary,
But
but like
you gain power.
Yeah.
You immediately gain the ability to fight back. That's why it's not scary anymore.
Right. But that start, I remember playing it up to that point and being like, I shut the demo off and I was like, I'll play this when I'm a grown up. I remember I had that thought, and I think I played it like 2 or 3 years later.
It's like in Resident Evil 7 when you lose your weapons at the end. when you're put against all those fucking trees and your gun is gone and you just have to look for a gun. And I'm like, I
hate that.
had
shit,
a gun. I was on
I hate
evil
that
playing field.
I like it in horror games.
It's meant to do.
Well,
It's meant to. It's meant to set you back.
Yeah, like horror games, like it benefits from that. But like, I hate it when it happens in like an action game. Like when it happens in like Ghost of Tsushima or something.
Oh, that's fun.
And you're like, oh, your stuff's gone, and it's like,
and I'm like,
don't do this to me.
Well,
I'm not scared. I'm just annoyed now.
it is. Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Annoying.
Anyway.
Annoying is
It's like a BG3 when you get arrested and they put you in a fucking den without your fucking all your fucking shit. But like, I have magic, you idiot. I'm a god. I just teleport. I literally just teleported out
Yeah, that's
of the
always
thing, and I was like,
that's a problem sometimes. Yeah.
put my stuff back on and kill the fuck out of the guards.
Anyway,
Why would you be a guard in that universe? Why would you be a guard in these worlds? People have these fucking
it's-
wild powers.
it's probably
like, why? It's probably the only thing you can get. It has to be that.
it's the only thing you can get. There's only like one store in every city, so I mean, there's not really much retail.
Yeah, Brian pretty much has a stronghold on general goods.
Have you ever
So I can't-
have you ever imagined? Because the transition between like village to like full on civilization is not really that explored, really.
What do you mean by that?
And what I mean by that is like, can you imagine like
city to village?
No. What I mean is like in like an old timey game. Can you imagine like what would be like a Walmart equivalent of like a village? And has anyone in that point in history and time ever had like the gumption to be like, I think we could do more?
Yeah, it's
You know what I mean?
It goes from like
Like what was the first
There's
spiritual
markets.
Walmart?
there's like markets.
No, but what I mean is like, what was the first spiritual Walmart? Like the first like, I'm gonna build a fucking.
They're
big
Well,
probably
markets. They're like-
historically there is something that
There is
is
a
probably
point.
well documented.
Right. Yeah.
That some families became a monopoly or something.
Because I would assume
Probably is literally the Walton family. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
what happened is
yeah.
there was eventually like just stands, and they were like, oh, this person owns this whole entire plot of area. This is effectively we're gonna turn it under something.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
Like,
should,
look, a bunch of markets, people are selling different things, and then a person that was making a lot of money selling one specific thing realized if I sell more of that person's stuff cheaper, eventually he'll run out of business, and now I have this. And so they just consolidate.
And they're like, I'll hire you to do this at my thing for less.
way less.
For way less.
You get paid way less because you're not an owner.
Either you're not gonna eat or you're gonna get paid way less.
So
and you're like,
evil, man. It's
Hey,
so
man.
evil.
Yeah.
Capitalism is fucking evil, dude.
It is.
Anyway, want to get into questions?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess?
yeah.
All right.
Late
Let's get into
stage.
questions from over our at our patreon.com/SnarkTank. Remember, you can ask us questions, ad-free access, early access to every episode, exclusive shows, all that stuff. My Left Nut wrote in on Patreon like you can. He says, no, actually, we'll go into this question. This is going to be the second one.
What
There's
the
one that
hell?
actually, I don't normally do this, but like I just saw this and it's contextually funny.
What?
Can Shirtman take numbers away from Can't Count Past 3 Man? Wrote it.
Holy shit, that'd be a fucking.
That's too much to get into
It'd be
right
reality warping.
now. That's too much to get into right now. But he says, super brief question for famous Disney adult Sweeney.
Let's hear it.
Says, do you like any of the Disney licensed cartoons from recent years, such as The Owl House or Amphibia? I highly recommend both for Sweeney specifically. They're amazing.
I haven't watched any of. I don't really watch animated shows that aren't like, particularly like Vox Machina or like, I don't know, or like Castlevania. I haven't had
Yeah.
a chance to enjoy I haven't really enjoyed something that is like a not air quotes particularly an adult animation in a while.
Yeah, like a cartoon. Like, yeah, it's. I remember one Over the Garden Wall
That show was funny as fuck.
that I liked a lot. That was like, I think that was for kids,
Mhm.
but it was like a kind of like a fall kind of
was on Cartoon
Halloween
Network.
tinged. Yeah, there's scenes in that show that like are exactly like I'm the highwayman. Like
I work
they
with
got
my
good shit in there.
hands.
But like that's like the last thing that I saw that was kid oriented that I thought was like up my alley.
I finished Adventure
we're not
Time and I was like, I'm kind of
we're not
done.
in that demographic. We're not looking for that stuff.
No shade to them. They're very. I mean, like I've constantly been surprised at how good so many things are that are for young people. I'm like, oh, this is actually way better. Adventure Time is way better than it has any right to
That was
be.
me
in
with
general.
Gumball.
I think Gumball's mad funny.
Gumball's hilarious.
I mean, that show has some moments
I
that
haven't
are
actually
like,
seen like a full episode of that show, but there's clips that I see. It's like SpongeBob, I imagine, right?
Yeah.
Where it's just like I'll see a clip from it and I'm like, that's funny. That's good. Like whatever this is.
Lily loves Gumball, but she's also a little younger, so she had the chance to see it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she had a chance to
Did
like.
she? When was Gumball?
She's 18 now, right?
She's 10 years older than that. Okay.
She's 10?
She's 10
She's
years
10?
older than 18.
Jesus Christ. These are
You-
dating
wait,
her out the womb,
You can
bro.
go back and look at Kingston's quote. He did say, quote, she's like 10.
She's like 10 years older than that.
No,
But that's a different sentence.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. And then you cut off
in
only
my
part of it.
timeline, there was nothing after 10.
You know what
That's
that's
crazy.
you know
That's your timeline. I'm happy you have that one.
That's like your I Hate the Gays video.
Yeah,
Out of context.
Exactly what I- it's exactly what I did.
Totally.
I love being out of context.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
needs context?
Makes you. So you've been with Lily for 7, 8 years. How many?
8.
8. So you started dating when she was 2?
Fuck.
Insane.
That's so ridiculous. I can't even get mad at you saying that. I'm just like, what do you mean?
You went up to this fucking mom while she was holding her 2-year-old. You're like, hey, she's single.
Oh, want to go
That
steady?
is so crazy.
You want to go steady?
Did you see that video, by the way, of the guy?
What happened?
This is kind of dark and a little bit dire. I don't know if the guy's okay or not, but there's a guy. I feel so bad because it is tragic because the dude's like mentally, like he's clearly like a little bit, he's severely autistic. But he was on the video on where this guy's on a train in a Harry Potter robe and golden sneakers.
Oh, no. Oh,
And
no.
he's rapping along to epic rap battles of history.
Oh, no.
And he's doing it, and this other guy's like, you got to stop that. He's on a train doing it loudly.
Yeah.
And then, like, he pulls a knife on him. And then he goes, like, you're not going to stab me, man. And then he walks away. And then it hard cuts to him just on the train bleeding alive. It's like, someone call an ambulance, please. And it's so.
I tried not to laugh. I wasn't going to laugh ever.
Look, it's
man.
Look, as a situation that's really scary.
I'm so sorry for that person.
That's
Oh
really
my
sad,
God.
right? It's like because the dude's clearly autistic.
He's
It's so psychotic to like attack somebody like that,
Yeah.
especially for being annoying. At the same time, though, getting stabbed because you rapped along to epic rap battles of history is like that's a funny scenario.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. This is probably
on paper, like as a scene that could be funny.
This is what I'm saying about like holistically. Again, this is probably one of the silliest stabbings that has ever existed. Like he's in a Harry Potter robe with golden sneakers, rapping to epic rap battles of history, and that irritates this guy so much that he stabs him.
And he's like
the
attempted
funniest
murder.
lynching. The funniest lynching is probably pretty fucking funny.
Well, it's the elephant. It's the elephant, no question.
Yeah, that is. I think so.
That's a hanging, right? Well, lynching and hanging, they're not. What are the difference between those two things?
I think a lynching is like isn't like it's like a public.
I thought it was more of like a mob rule thing kind of thing.
like a celebration.
Yeah.
a celebration.
Like, oh, look, it's the fall festival and the
Say
town
maybe a
lynching.
gathering, like a function, you know?
Everybody got a little potluck, and one guy is dangling, but he's not dying though. He's been there for like 14
so
minutes, and
morbid.
he's just fucking.
Do you think you could fucking eat while someone's just dangling there? You, like,
I mean,
you know,
if you're if you don't think they're human, if you don't, if you have to be really dehumanized to you. I
Even-
couldn't do that.
yeah, of course,
you can do what?
But even
Watch
okay,
somebody get hung and eat.
okay. What about like a pig?
No,
Yeah,
no.
I don't think that stuff bothers me enough to not eat. To be honest, with you.
when I see an animal die, it really like the screams of an animal make me feel really bad.
What type of animal?
look, you
Like pretty
you
much
just-
anything
you
that
just-
can actually scream.
You just gave like a vegan like their ears perked up, and now they're like, yeah, now keep going, keep going. Now follow through with that. That pain and suffering that you recognize, maybe you gotta stop. You know, eating them doing the out of sight, out of mind thing, because we didn't see them get destroyed.
You know, you just
And then
reminded. You know, you just reminded me of.
What?
This is like not very nice, but as you were talking, I got so excited because I remembered I have pork chops in the fridge.
Dude, you ever had deep fried pork chops?
No,
One of the
They're
best
really
things on the
good.
planet.
They're
I don't think I ever thought to do that. Actually,
Yeah, so there's a soul food place that my mom would always come home because she used to work in LA. Because she never, and I was so upset. She would make pork chops every once in a while, never deep fried them. We had fried chicken all the time.
yeah, me too.
And
yeah.
then fucking all of a sudden she brought home fried pork chops. And I was like, this is the greatest fucking thing ever. This is so good. What the fuck, mom?
I haven't had pork chops
Like,
in so long. It's been so long. Since
dude,
I had pork chops.
I love a good pork chop.
It's so fucking good. Like
Especially the one with the bone in it. Or you get the.
you get the bone.
I also don't.
I love the
didn't
bone.
grow up eating pork like that, really. So.
right, yeah, because you.
You're a Jehovah's Witness or something?
No,
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
I'm a fucking 7-day Adventist, so we're like.
It's so. What is with like so many? And I feel like also the pigs get a bad rap too about like, oh, they just exist in their filth. I'm like, dude, no. If you don't take care of your animals and put them in a shitty fucking area, yeah, animals will live in their filth. I feel like people back then were really fucking dumb.
Yeah, they didn't put together
You
the idea. It's
feel-
like, well, they're
you feel
covered
like-
in this pig is in a 4x4 box and he's covered in his own shit. What a filthy animal!
So I'm like,
Disgusting.
like you know, like
Disgusting. Eat it.
Some pigs would, if they lived in like a muddy ass area, they would roll in the mud to cool themselves down.
Yeah,
And they're like, oh, what a fucking disgusting freak. I'm like, well,
if you are
calling a pig a freak is crazy.
if you are dumb enough to follow religion in general, you are dumb enough to fall for any of those dumbass things that they
yes,
say.
it is pointless for me to point these things out. That
You're
is
like,
true.
oh my
Yes.
god, they're so dumb. It's like these motherfuckers believe in a floating sky Jew. Like, what the fuck you mean? Like, what's like this? They believe that this.
Why do you have to point it out?
Because it's just description. That's it. It's
They're
nothing.
all floating in the sky.
It's all description. I'm just being descriptive.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
it.
okay.
It's
Fair enough.
nothing's derogatory about him being Jewish, but he is.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, this.
if we're talking about Judeo-Christian,
it's like, oh,
gods,
Kingston's fat, black, and dumb. Nothing about him being black is bad.
you're just pointing it out.
But I'm just. but it's descriptive. It's descriptive.
See, unfortunately, depending on who says it, you might raise an eyebrow because, like, you ever notice when some people talk? This is because, like, I've noticed this.
No.
So I'll be, yeah, you never.
You can't tell people are talking.
You never.
Everyone's deaf. You just hear the
imagine.
ringing. Have you ever heard of
If someone hasn't realized they're deaf,
They can just read lips and their brain does the
and their
work for
brain
them.
thinks they hear.
That's crazy. That's like kind of. You're just deaf Daredevil, kind of.
That is
Deaf Devil.
the
Deaf
Devil.
Devil.
That's what it should have been called.
Daredevil is crazy.
So who created Daredevil?
I forgot. I don't remember who it was.
Was
John
It was definitely-
Daredevil.
It was definitely Lee and somebody else.
was Greg Capullo involved in it?
Capullo sounds right, but I don't know who created him.
It was
man.
Spike Lee, Stan Lee's
so
cousin.
Spike Lee, his cousin.
Yeah, right. They're related,
They
I
had
think.
very different.
I don't know. I
paths.
don't see color.
They're
Dude,
like
imagine if they
like
switched spots.
they're like what his name's Roosevelt's. They're like Roosevelt's grandkids.
All right, dude. Imagine, yeah. So like, so Stan Lee starts making all these pro-black films, and then fucking Spike Lee starts making comic. Would every character just be like T'Challa if
Yeah,
Spike
basically,
Lee
yeah.
fucking
It'd be
If
some
Stan
sort of
Lee
like-
was Spike Lee, then it would just be a black MCU, basically.
yeah,
and
And
then
then it'd be really whimsical black movies.
dude. I want
Yeah.
It'd be really whimsical black movies, like really
They
like
all have
whimsical, like
stupid names that are what is it
Alliterations?
called? With alliterations.
it's so crazy to me because like the
Leroy
idea
Lincoln is like
he
fucking,
made so many characters that were like very like progressive in mentality at that time.
Darius DeBrickshaw.
And imagine hearing that. Like imagine like being like this guy should be a black king from Africa, and everybody in the room like what the ew, they don't have kings there. They're in their own shit.
No,
and he's like, nah, I think this is a good idea. Like
hold
I think
on, wait, hold on. Lyle's calling.
oh, tell him to come on.
Hey, what's up, Lyle?
Hey, get over here.
Yo, brother man, what's cranking?
Nothing. Nothing. We're recording the podcast right now.
That sounded
what's
way
going
too
on?
Okay,
sexy.
we could talk about this later. I was gonna ask you for something highly illegal, but
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
give me a call when you're done.
All right, I'll give you a call after we're done.
later, dude.
Yeah. Hi, Kingston.
Dude, his dick was in his hand.
He's like, hey.
You're fucking like there's a certain way people talk when they're horny, and like that's what that sounded like. It's like,
And I'm horny. I'm like,
oh my god, you would never date ever. You would.
I don't get horny. That's why you never hear me like that. I've
can you
never
do
been
me a
horny.
favor?
I'm not gay.
Yeah.
Do me a favor,
What's up?
because I'm not sure how it works. I didn't get a good look at the screen, but if his number is on screen, could you like?
Oh, check it out to make sure.
Just if it just says Lyle, then whatever.
Yeah, I just saw Lyle, but like I'll double check.
Just double check. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, What were we talking about?
No, it's not monkey sounds. It's,
that's basically
it's a
what you-
little
We
monkey
should
in
move on.
there,
We
but
should
it's
get to the
more
next-
primal. It's primal person.
That was Lyle telling us to get on to the next question.
Yeah,
basically.
that's exactly what that
That was
was.
a sign from Lyle Jesus.
I wish I could make my mouth, my face bigger, my fangs bigger, but my head shrinks. My torso shrinks as my head grows.
That's a great idea.
So I'm like, I look like fucking Majin Buu when he yells.
Good. That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
You're amazing, Kingston.
You guys are fucking assholes. I just want to express myself. You guys are tearing me down. Bunch of fucking ninnies, man. I hate you guys.
It is. There's. It's so mean for no reason.
Wow, splendid.
Wow, splendid. Stupid. My left nut wrote in.
Maya left nut.
Maya left nut. That's what it says. He says, hello, the stinky tank. Not a question. But the shirt guy character has been living rent-free in my head, making me chuckle every now and then. But he reminds me of a character in Warhammer 40k called Lucius the Eternal and his armor of perpetually screaming faces of the people that have bested him in combat. It's too long to write, but I recommend a quick search for the reasons for it happening and how he looks. Keep up the great content. Appreciate it.
See, this is when you know 40Ks existed too long, where they just have fucking...
If they have concepts that even remotely touch anything that we riff on this show, that there's
40K
something
was
wrong.
the 80s, man.
That's what I'm saying, man.
That's the 80s, bro.
It's like, that's what they've made everything. It's like The Simpsons now. They just have shit that you say something and The Simpsons touched on it.
Well, Kingston Jameson would die the 25th of freaking December, and it's like,
It would
I
just
say no.
yeah, it'll be like the new phrase would be Warhammer did it.
Warhammer did it. Yeah, totally.
Warhammer is a series of things where like it's
More
like,
like-
yeah, why not?
More like 40 gay.
Or Warhammer.
Warhammer. All right.
Fucking...
Yeah, since that wasn't a question, we'll just move on quickly. That's weird as fuck. I love that shirt guy though. We
Is
haven't
there?
come up with a name for him.
Oh, right.
This shirt, man.
Is this shirt man?
I guess it just like I guess the
Or the
placeholder-
shirt.
the community has named him. I guess.
shirt.
You know, it's
he's
shirt man.
He is shirt man.
He's shirt man now.
Now we need a concept for him, how he looks. We need a
Oh yeah, I could draw
concept
it.
art.
I could draw it while we answer some questions.
Shirt man.
Shirt man,
Would
get
you
the
wanna-
fuck over here, shirt
Would
man.
you like him to be more regular looking or more insane?
I feel like the more emaciated he looks, the more unsettling it becomes, because he looks like somebody that like it's you'd be confident in going up against him if you had no idea what he was capable of doing, because he just looks so clearly weak.
I want him to look like.
I want him to look like Prey.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
I like him being this pathetic. Not so much
Right.
making him pathetic. Like he looks like every 16-year-old skater, you know, just like small, unassuming, not dangerous. And then he takes one of your memories away and puts it on a shirt, and you're like, do I have a mom? It's like,
And then you see it on his shirt, and then you're like, that looks
why do I?
familiar. You just see you're
You
panicking.
have like a mask that's a shirt, you know, like, like it looks like, you know, like his.
it's like Electro. Like a t-shirt shape.
Exactly that.
What do you mean? I can't even. I'm not even. My brain's not getting
think
it.
about Electro's
you know
mask.
Electro's like
Yeah.
lightning. So it's
Yeah.
that, but like it's a
It's a
t-shirt
fucking
shape.
t-shirt.
Wait, this is perfect. Hold on. Wait, I have to. We're gonna get rid of Nightman.
Yeah, Nightman's got to go.
Nightman's got to go. We got to conceptualize this right the fuck now.
Just a shirt.
It's
He's
the
like,
plain
"Ah,
white
man."
tee.
A plain white tee like the band.
I like
Yeah.
him being a good guy at first, but then he gets corrupted into being a bad guy.
He has to. Yeah. He started off in some league rejected him. Something, I don't know if it was the Avengers or just something that rejected him.
And everybody's like, "You're so fucking lame. You're so
Like,
fucking
bro,
lame."
we can't. But then Batman's like,
This nigga's dangerous.
we have to lock him up now.
we gotta lock him up.
We can't do that.
We
Bruce.
gotta make him blind.
We can't just lock up people. There's justice. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
You don't understand the power he has. I do because I have plot armor.
Yeah, because I plot art. Nothing can hurt me.
You
Nothing
can't
can
put me
defeat
on a shirt for some reason,
I
but
can literally defeat Darkseid and shit. Kind of.
I win every fight I'm in because of fucking, I don't know.
I literally survived Omega Beams. So
Greg Miller fucking ruined my character. Ruined my character. It made me a plot device. If I beat Superman in a fight that Superman wasn't trying.
I feel like that was one of the smartest things to like have those arguments.
He's too much muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like I
looks
mean,
framed.
it's hard to make
This is
him.
how he thinks he looks.
That's incredible though. The fucking
This is our little shirt man. Hold on, wait. There
shirt
he is.
man.
Shirt man.
I wear a shirt.
We'll flesh that out a little bit more in the credits or something. But
Because at first he thought he could only just put like things. He did not realize he could put anything on a shirt.
Yeah.
And then he could take things off of shirts.
no, we
It's
we
too- yeah,
determined
okay,
that was
yeah,
too.
it's too much,
We
man.
determined that was too much. But
No
anyways,
man will have all that power.
what episode was this from? Was this,
He's not literally a god already.
if anybody's curious, this is 2 episodes ago.
Was this
I think so.
266
Yeah, because
maybe?
the last one was an episode about the exposed video, and I think it must have been the one before that, right?
I think it's more back than that, but I could be wrong.
No, not more than 4 though. You know?
It was probably
Whatever.
Whatever.
You know what? My best
It was close.
suggestion, if you're confused about anything that we're talking about that references previous episodes, in the comment section, people tend to timestamp a lot of stuff.
Yes, they do. They're good at that.
And thank you. There's a guy. What's his name? It's like God something. He timestamps a lot. He's like, I notice and I appreciate
You're
it.
goated for that.
You're goated.
Yeah, thank you.
Superman's flying at him. He's like, "You must be a god, huh? Not anymore. You're a stencil."
Crazy, like Superman, as fast as he can fly, he's about to punch him, but he intercepts his ass. He fucking puts him on the shirt.
And he's gone.
He's done.
Superman is gone now.
Way worse than like the Phantom Dimension or where the fuck that shit was called.
Like,
So he has the
everyone's
power-
like, we can
bullshit.
bring the Phantom Zone. Everybody said we
The
can bring it
Phantom
back.
Zone.
It's like, no.
Nope.
Batman's like, no. No.
This is worse than that.
He's on a shirt now. He's gone.
Alfred, I'm scared.
He has the power to put he take anything, pinch anything out of reality, and put it on his shirt, and then erase it, basically.
Yep, it's done.
And that's insane.
He
That's
can
an
do that to
insane power.
space.
It is now emulsion. You do not exist anymore.
He takes the space between 2 blocks away and puts it on the shirt. And now he's just 2 blocks ahead of where he was before.
That is so he travels like this.
So that's how you can travel, but and then there's nothing left in his path. He's the most. He's unstoppable. He's more unstoppable than Juggernaut. You can't fuck with this guy.
He would just take
Dude,
Juggernaut.
he fucking Juggernaut.
He's faster than the
nothing.
Flash, I guess, at that point,
He kind of
because he could just
only
take
with-
700 miles.
So he can.
And
He
now I'm
can
in-
literally
now I'm in
just
China,
be in
yeah.
a plane and see so far ahead, and then he is fucking now on the other side of the fucking horizon. He is so fucking
That
far.
sounds so
The Flash
cool.
would-
the
the
more
Flash
that
would
we're talking
have
about this
to-
stupid character in the world, like I kind of think this is
The
dope.
Flash has to go back in time before he can think and then kill him then. But then what if he just goes with he takes time
He
back?
puts time.
He's like,
That's too much. We're getting crazy. All right,
Wow.
let's move on.
He can destroy existence.
Let's move
God's
on.
like, stop. Oh. He just fucking puts God in his shirt.
Air
It's all gone now. He's just floating in a
He's
vacuum
just
of
floating
space.
at nothing.
Air Yesteryear wrote in. He says, "Hey guys, this month marks my 25th year being alive on this mortal coil,
Nice.
Oh, happy birthday, nigga.
but I feel indifferent. I have 2 questions, so it's up to you. We're gonna go with the first one. I read both of them. The first one is a little bit more mileage. Were there any milestones that you were looking forward to hitting that you were either disappointed or indifferent about once you hit them?
Oh, 21.
Really?
I was already drinking and using meth and shit like that by then. So I was just like, what the fuck? I like,
It was
this is
30
just
for
more-
me. I think I was
this is
just-
more meth.
I think like hitting 30 was like less climactic than I thought it was going to be. I don't know why. I actually, I don't even think I logically thought that it would be. I just thought like maybe something would happen,
Nah.
but it's just kind of the same.
Hmm.
You know?
It's just another year, man. They're all just years.
I think it was me like just
back
increasing,
to us.
increasing my body count, right? To a certain threshold, and I'm like, this is pointless.
That was me. That was me like
Yeah.
This is
like me
absolutely
like me
meaningless.
having just like, oh, I'm fucking all these bitches, and then me being like, this is just like
It's literally.
This is just
as you
like-
kept getting old, it was like less and less impressive. You're just like, this is pointless.
Yeah,
This is
it
pointless.
because it
becomes
becomes you're doing it more, and you're like, oh, this is just
This is
like
pointless.
this is vagina again.
This is like, and I might have said this before. It's only impressive to like a 15-year-old. Like, wow,
Right.
cool.
wow.
it's only impressive to somebody that is really lame.
Yeah, and someone who hasn't grown up, right?
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, I fucking bunch of roses. Like, I guess
oh
that's
man,
cool.
that's amazing. I'm like, no, it's
That's cool. Good for
It's
you.
fine. Like
It's whatever.
You know how many people are doing that? It's fine. It's like it's
Yeah.
entirely.
Yeah. So if anybody's
All the
working
work
on that right now, stop. It's
Find
stop.
someone you really enjoy
It is
and
such
then
a.
be with them. It's not really worth.
You know
it's
what's
not worth
better
it.
pursuit? If you just tried every sandwich in the world or something. That is a better satisfactory
Yeah.
thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, oh, that was cool, man. I've tried so many different flavors. But it's like, let's be real. You know, I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, because you can say thing about penises. It's like, pussy's pussy.
Yeah.
Penises
The
are
second
penises.
the second
bro.
I crossed digit threshold, I was like,
Yeah.
This needs to slow
Once I
down.
got to the 4 digits, I was like, I gotta slow down, dude.
4 digits is crazy.
Can you imagine?
That's too much. Is that even possible? I feel like that. Like you have to be a porn star.
Even porn stars are like, that's crazy.
There's a guy I watched 90 Day Fiance. There's this Turkish man named Sarpur that claims that he's fucked over 2,000 women, but I think it's only possible if you're actively like you have to schedule shit. Like meaning you're using math by like I need to fuck this many.
You have
people
a spreadsheet,
to reach this height.
I'm not even sure if
it has to be premeditated.
I'm not even sure if I fucked 2,000 times.
Definitely not. I really don't think
That's
so.
an interesting.
Like I don't know for sure.
I probably have because
I'm coming up on like a couple hundred, I think.
I think I'm definitely over 1,000. I just don't know if
I'm at 1,000. That's crazy. I'm not even close to 1,000. I'm pretty sure.
I think about it.
Must be at 1,000.
I think about it in years because I would say, well, this speaking of myself, like there were years where there was like not much going on because I was just like I'm not even trying to like fuck around. But then there's like in a relationship scenario, just like way too much fucking that where it was like probably in a year, could have been close to 1,000. Some years, some years, not consistently.
Yeah.
So I would say,
I'm saying cumulative. By the way, I'm not saying like in a year.
See, these are things actually.
This is what I would like to know if I died.
Wish I knew.
I would like to know.
You know what I want to know more than
Post-game
that?
stats.
I want to know how many times I beat off. I tried to. Look, I failed miserably. 1 year, I was like, I'm gonna count how many times this year. I had a counter on my phone. I failed the first month. I just thought I just don't give a shit. I don't really care.
yeah.
I was like, I counted for like a couple weeks and then I forgot.
The spark turns on right now when you think about it, and as soon as you're like masturbating, your brain's not big enough to think. Like
that's actually so. You know what I've said a million times. I've said like, oh, you know, because I once got fellatioed while eating a McFlurry, and it was the fucking dopest shit ever.
That's so fucking insane.
It's Mecca.
That's the most American thing I've ever heard in my life.
I know, right? It is. But like, so basically,
McFlurry.
No,
it's not even like an Oreo shake. You know what I mean? It's like specifically like a Mick Oreo shake.
Both your hands being occupied, and there's something magical about it. But here's the thing. That's not the point. I wanted to do something like that, but like during sex, I wanted to eat something. As soon as you're engaging, you don't
Seinfeld
remember.
Episode about this exact thing, by the way.
I've also wanted to do like a prank where it's just amusing to myself. But you never remember because you're in animal mode.
Right. Where you fuck your girlfriend, but it's a sub sandwich instead, and she's like, "Ha, joke's on you! I just shoved the sandwich in your pussy."
She's there looking at me while I'm fucking a sandwich, and I'm like, "Ha, you thought
it's just shredded lettuce fucking flying."
Do you remember?
This is so fucking
Do you remember
heinous.
that nigga fucking a McChicken on Twitter?
Yeah, I remember that.
I can't.
That guy's a gooner.
Anytime he ruined McChicken, whenever I see a McChicken, and
Why would you tell me that again? Oh my god!
Because it was the most outrageous thing I've seen in a while.
I don't even eat shit like that anymore. But like, still, I'm just like, god damn, I don't want to remember that,
dude. The McChicken
if they
doesn't
sort of
even
mayo
have, like,
on it, I'll be like, oh god, no.
You know, like at least like the patty's a little slick, the meat, like a beef patty, but a McChicken has kind of rough. It's like very fine sandpaper. Like, why would you fuck that thing?
Goonery is so dangerous.
Dangerous. You would expect. Look, I don't mean to be racist, but I'd expect a white boy to do that shit. Seeing a nigga do that was actually really.
Well, it makes more sense why it's a black person.
Oh no, man! Not that. Not that. Maybe like real good chicken, not a McChicken.
I'd fuck some Gus's. I'd fuck some Gus's. Do
you think they would ever do like McWhores?
Like McSlut?
What does that mean?
Yeah, like let's say there it is.
Really?
Did I actually fucking do that?
I hope you killed it or something. I want.
That's crazy. If I did, I'm not sure if I did it because I went into a blinding rage. But like, if I really snatched a fucking mosquito and squished it out of my pants in a fraction of a second, I'm gonna feel pretty good about it.
I hope you did.
Yeah, I hate these fucking things. But like a McSlut or like a McWhore. Like, if prostitution ever becomes illegal and like a taxable business, like on the side, like they open up like a McBrothels.
McBrothel, let's go. I think the world is healing.
Yeah.
I think the world heals.
I'll take a McSlut with 2 McWhores. Hold the
make bitch.
Hold the onions.
Hold the onions.
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
I want them holding onions.
Yeah.
as a-
I want to go inside of a brothel. I don't want to use it, but I just want to go inside and see what's going on there.
I feel like I would be too curious.
I mean, you could walk in and inquire. You can do that. There's no problem with that,
Where
right?
a brothel's even allowed to be had?
In certain, like
I think in
Reno,
Vegas they are,
Reno
right?
for
Reno?
sure. I don't know about Vegas, but I know in Nevada. I know
Nevada,
Reno for
yeah.
sure. I don't.
I don't know anywhere else though that for sure it exists.
Go to TJ, I guess. I have friends that have told me about a place called Hong Kong. There's a place called Hong Kong in TJ that they unfortunately by the time they let me know, I was already with JoJo, and I was like, "Fuck," because they would go regularly, and I was like, "You guys are crazy."
That is insane.
Yeah,
let's hit up the like hitting up a brothel like it's a bar is insane.
They would go because they just go drive 2 hours, right? You just go fucking past Diego, and then they would go, and it's really cheap. And apparently they claim that they're clean and stuff. I don't fucking know. I didn't.
To go there, spend $75, damage a woman, and then come back home.
The issue with me is like I could never be in a situation like that because I'm too experience driven to like to like I have literally like I've literally been like, what's it like to be behind on rent?
Well,
I think I'll just not pay. Like I've done this just to, like literally.
Is everything for a story for you?
Kind of, yeah.
That's you're insane. You're the Joker, pretty much. What is it like being a psychopath?
I actually like.
right?
Let's try it.
I remember in like 2021 or something. I didn't pay my electric bill for as long as possible, just to see like how long it would be before it shut off.
Yeah.
Just to see like what it would be
Did it
like.
bite you at all?
Huh?
Did it bite you at all? Or you're like, oh, now curious. I'm just in the dark now. There's no heat. Curious.
Well, no, it went away. And
Curious.
no, it went away, and then I was like, so eventually, like they cut it off. It's like, oh, okay, so this is what this is like. Okay, and then I was like, how do I solve this? It's like, all right, it's like, it was like a little. It was. I give myself like unnecessary quests for no reason.
That one's a little nuts.
It's crazy.
You
Like,
need to find a healthier means of that. Like
to be
write
fair-
things down or like.
What do you
I
mean
don't
write
know.
things down?
It's like
I wrote that down. I did. Don't pay bill.
Write a story instead of that. Write a story where a person doesn't. What is it like to get stabbed in the
Well, now
back
I
of the
can.
head?
Now I can write that story because I know what it's like.
It'll have real. It'll be real occurrence.
You're kind of like a scientist, but you're not being paid to do
Yeah,
the research.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm,
Make a
I'm
YouTube
not
video
being,
about
I'm not
this.
being. I should have, right?
And make YouTube videos. Like do that. Chronicle things like on a smart way. Don't be like, I'm not gonna breathe for 7 hours. Let's see.
7 hours.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, so I'm just too. I'm
And
just.
you're not breathing.
You're
You're
just not.
Your brain's gonna turn on to breathe, and you're like, no.
You're fucking struggling the entire day. You're playing video games still, though, but you're.
You break the record. He doesn't breathe for 3.5 hours.
So I could not be in a brothel because I would be
Wild
like,
brain
I couldn't be in a
damage.
brothel because I would be like, why not?
No, you'd have to like.
Yeah, I would have
partake.
to. I would be like,
Well-
I don't know if I would do it more than once,
No,
but
more
like
than-
definitely
more than 10
No, for the
times.
experience, 1,000%. I'm on board. I tried to, for the extremity of trying to smash a girl on Craigslist. I tried. That was never again. It was
What do you
too-
mean?
oh.
What happened? Did you end up like meeting in like a Five Nights at Freddy's fucking place?
Did
Unfortunately,
she come out of a manhole like?
fortunately, I'm alive. So I tried 2 times. So the first
Twice?
the first time I didn't meet up because they were
Regreso, bro.
I would say I would probably I don't know. It was a guy. So this is basically what happened. So
They
I
tried
was
to dupe you?
So yeah, they tried. So
I can
but
imagine you
then
being,
they
I can imagine you
tried.
being like, oh, sick, and then you just leave.
No, this is what happened. They tried, but they I guess had a conscience. I remember this vividly because they're like, "Hey, text me when you're here. Don't call." I didn't read that text message. I read it afterwards. I just called, being like, "Hey, I'm on the way." Voice sounded like a woman, so they were like doing the pretending thing. But then texted me after that, probably with the fucking conscience, saying, "Hey, is it okay that I'm a dude?" And I was like reading. I was like, "What the fuck?" I remember I almost crashed my car.
Your dick was like on your boner, and you were like, "Oh man!"
I was like, so of course I was like, no, it's not cool. I just turned around and went home. I was like, fuck, that was stupid. So way later, I was like, I gotta try it again, man. It's about the principle because I just wanted to have this story of like, dude, I smashed a girl on Craigslist. That's crazy. The second time, this was when I was living in LA. I was living in South Central. I went at fucking light-skinned black girl. She was in her 30s, a little older than me. I was like, oh, she look good. She look like a bad bitch. I roll up. This bitch is in her 50s, bro. At least she looks like it. I was like, what the fuck? This is like catfish. So I see her and I tell her. See, now you got me all paranoid about the mosquito, but I tell her, I was like, hey, I was like, hey, I left my phone in the car. I'm gonna go get it, and I just peaced out. I just never came back, and that was my experience. I stopped forever.
I never did any online stuff ever.
I just
never,
I
never.
like because I am a notch like I like Quest. I do like you. I think those were cool.
That's next. That's next. I feel like I would have died in that situation.
I mean, I probably if I would have kept going, I probably would have.
I would have got sacrificed.
I mean,
they would have sacrificed me to some sort of fucking Aztec god, and I would have been like, "Wow, this is awesome."
I'm
Why
bummed
me?
that I never crossed that off my list because it's just when I started hearing about the section was called casual encounters. When my friend told me about this, and I'm like, "What?" And then I just kept reading them. It was like, this is fucking crazy that people are putting themselves out here, and I'm like, I gotta try. Like this has to. I think
that's just so dangerous by nature. Like my brain can't. My brain can't. Like
it's not smart.
Given my anecdotal experience, yes, because that could have gone. It could have been a disaster for me.
Oh, absolutely.
It could have been a fucking.
You're gonna get your organs harvested or fucking sold in the sex trafficking.
But for some other adventurous men, probably have a great time because maybe they would have banged that dude in a dress. Like probably was cross-dresser, and then would have banged that older woman. You know, like, oh, I'll still do pussy. Still,
I've done enough stuff that I'm like, all right, I should probably chill out now.
Oh, sure. This was me. This was a couple years outside of high school where I was still kind of like, you know, just wilding a little bit, just trying to collect infinity stones.
I think for me, after I banged a pregnant girl, I was kind of like, I need to chill.
I need to
like really
visibly pregnant.
Chill. She was pregnant. She was absolutely pregnant.
I've never done that.
She was absolutely pregnant.
I've never done that before.
And I was just like, what am I? I felt like I felt like such a villain. I felt like
fucking Johnny Cash. What have I become?
I felt like Dr. Doom sitting on his throne, holding his head, like, oh man, I played too much again. I played too much, and now I feel bad.
That's one. There's a lot of I don't have any. So was that a regret?
It was a regret because it was my friend and I saw the kid afterwards. I felt really not good. What? Like spirits, I was like, yeah. And I also knew the guy too. And I was like, man.
But they weren't together.
No, they weren't together.
Okay.
No.
Unless you're lying.
To my knowledge, and I was told they were not together.
To your knowledge, that's fair.
I was not together.
I felt bad when
I have definitely done that though.
I've never done it on purpose.
I did it. No,
I never did that on purpose. I would never. I
was hoping they weren't together, and I felt like really bad about it. But I was just like, I did it, and I'm like, whatever. I just did this. This is my.
To me, it's just a trifling bitch.
What the fuck did you?
I mean, I like how like. He's the antithesis of what we were trying to go for.
It's hard to not draw. It's hard not to draw this guy.
He's so like a jacked. Unit. He's so jacked.
Draw him. He's a loser. This is what he thinks he looks like.
Whatever.
I'm okay with the idea of him thinking he looks like this.
It's difficult to draw him weak for some reason.
I think we have to go in this. I think you just have to make him more and more like make him look like Bane. Just
Bane with a shirt on
because he shouldn't be threatening because of the fact that he has his power that's so powerful.
No, we understand that, but
like, you should never get into a fist fight with somebody and win.
Now he's like really, really big man.
Yeah.
Gaze into my nipples of the future. That shit's amazing. I was like, I can't believe they're doing this. I can't believe this is on a fucking cartoon show. This guy's nipples are shooting into somebody's eyes, and then it shows
again.
Ren and Stimpy.
No, Rocko's Modern Life.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, no. Powder Toast Man. Yeah.
Really
That's right. I forgot about. That seems like a Ren and Stimpy idea, though.
It does. It's around that same era.
My nipples of the future.
And then they would pop out and then jab you in the eyes, and you would scream. And then they would show you something pleasant or something. It would just basically show you.
Dude, it was so deranged. Like
totally.
Cartoons back then were so deranged. There's a reason why this show is the way it is. I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
totally.
Like, our entire generation is like warped.
Yeah.
The shit I was watching was bananas. That's why silly shit is funny to me more than like actual proper jokes.
Right. Oh, by the way, let's get the fuck out of here early.
Oh yeah.
So because we got other shit we got.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
episodes we got.
All right. All right. What do we got? All right. Yeah. Let's do one more.
Sure.
Real quick.
Made of.
The only listener and person from Idaho wrote in. He says, "Hello, Vegeta Beelzemon. If his shotgun shot the N-word, and Beetlejuice, if he was normal. I don't know who's who in that situation.
Beelzemon is what you call a Digimon. That's
You
like-
supposed to be Beelzebub.
you like his belt,
but
by the way?
Digimon?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Do you like his belt, by the way? It's a shirt.
Shirt. Hell yeah, dude.
All right. So he says, recently I went on a deep dive of weird cartoons on YouTube and remembered the weird amount of cartoons about Mortal Kombat, like Defenders of the Realm, which were targeted at kids. My question is, if there was an explicitly adult series or content, which one would you turn into a children's cartoon? A personal hilarious thought is something like Red vs. Blue, but Warhammer 40K with all of its bullshit lore. That'd be insane. Well, Red vs. Blue is like a little bit... That wasn't really for kids, really.
It's for teens.
It's for teens. Yeah.
Yeah,
Young adults. But, yeah.
Defenders of the Realm.
A children's show.
Trash. They made a more. Yeah, that shit was ass.
I feel like
dude.
I remember it,
How
but
can
I
you
didn't,
even
I didn't
do
see
that?
it.
You do it and it's lame as fuck. It's in the same lane as the X-Men series where it's like here's all these here's Wolverine and he can't do anything with his claws.
That's like Silent Hill Go or something. You know what I
Silent
mean?
Hill
Like,
Go.
like what the hell are you
Yeah.
doing? Like, you can't really do that.
Doesn't work well.
No.
It was terrible. I remember seeing that shit. But let's see, we'll turn what into it? Children.
I would make Saw babies. So it would be like Jigsaw as a little baby. It would be like Muppet Babies or like what is it? Tiny Toons.
Tiny Toon Adventures.
Yeah, it would be
But
Tiny
his
Toon
kids do
Adventures.
little tricks on them.
Yeah,
little tricks
he would
on them.
Tiny Saw Adventures.
Yeah, tiny little Saw.
Little Saw.
Little Saw, like with Little
Bill.
Bush or like Little Bush. Yeah,
Oh,
Little Bill.
Bush? What the hell's that?
You don't remember Little Bush?
No, what's that?
Oh my god! So Comedy Central, like after Bush left office, had like a show called Lil Bush, and it
I
was just
remember
like
now.
it was literally what we're describing, like
I
tiny
remember.
versions
You're
of George
right.
Bush and
I
Condoleezza
totally
Rice and
remember
Dick
that.
Cheney.
I remember that.
It
now.
sucked. Like
Yeah,
it wasn't
it
even.
did.
It was not good.
I think I watched like an episode, maybe.
Dude, if you watch it now, it's amazing that it was on TV. Like you look at it and it looks worse by a lot. Like way worse than even like Flash animations at the time. It's nutty. I recommend all of you go out and like watch clips of Little Bush. It's jarring.
Please.
But yeah, Saw. I think like Lil Saw would be great.
Lil
Because it would be
Saw.
just like a little baby Jigsaw pulling little pranks, and he's like Jigsaw. Jigsaw's like, you got me again.
I'm thinking of Breaking Little Bad.
Ain't I a stinker? You know, like all those sorts
Yeah,
of
Breaking Bad
Breaking
is like
Little Bad or
what
Bad
about like
Little
Blue's
Breaking.
Clues Breaking Bad.
Breaking Blue.
Breaking Blue.
No.
And then fucking
it's the image of like of Blue with the glasses on.
hey, it's me.
It's me,
What?
Walter
And
White.
then
White
fucking-
Walter Blue.
Walter.
I've got an idea. Take out my handy dandy notebook.
Yeah. And
We're gonna build an empire.
we're gonna build.
We just gotta let.
But it wouldn't be meth. It would be like what, like licorice?
Yeah,
Or some like weird like substitute.
cakes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're baking the best brownies.
yeah.
And everyone's gonna be so addicted to these, or they're gonna love these brownies. I mean, and
My brownies
They're
are
gonna be
99%
blue brownies.
cocoa.
We're gonna find another dealer, and that's the first clue.
that's the first step.
You put his ass to work, and you know what to do.
I'm a little sick.
Jesse, you know what to do.
Jesse, and it was instead of Salt Paprika, it's
Jesse,
and
Jesse's one of the side characters.
Yeah, who would?
He's the fucking mail. He's the mailbox.
He's the mailman. Yeah, or the
Here's
mailbox.
your fucking mail.
Here's your
Here's
mail.
your darn mail, you flip.
you flip.
You flip. Thank you, Jesse.
There's the mail. It never fails. Makes me want to
Why does our Walter White sound like Nixon?
Because it's like when he gets like, you're goddamn right. Like it's just those little moments.
He tries to
So I'm
act
just
like
giving
that.
him
That's
a
why I think he does it purposely.
Perma WWE promo voice where he always sounds like that at all times.
Yeah,
So he's like, Jesse?
We're gonna
Jesse
build-
then. Jesse.
Jesse, we're gonna build.
You
an
don't
empire.
get it. I'm the one who got a letter.
That's,
We just got a letter.
He sings in the same, but it's monotone, and he never smiles.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. I am Gustavo Fring.
It's from the
I'd like to offer you a job at my brownie factory.
It's Gus. That's great.
It's Gus.
Instead of Los Pollos Hermanos, it'd be like Los Cookies Amigos. like that. Los Cookies Amigos.
You can still say hermanos. It's fine.
Yeah, it'll still be fine.
Los. How do you say cookies in Spanish?
I don't know, actually.
What about pastries, treats, anything?
Oh, pastels.
Pastels?
Pastels,
What is
yeah.
that?
It's
What is that?
pastries. Pastries, that's cake.
Okay. So
Cakey is
los
technically-
pastels hermanos.
Or torta.
Torta.
Torta. Cakey, pastel.
Tortellini. Yeah. And then it would be oh, Uncle Hector's here. He wheels in.
What are you? Hey, Uncle Hector's
What's
here.
that, Hector?
What's that?
What's that, Hector? Ding, 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 ding. Someone's stuck in a well.
We got a clue. Uncle Hector's bringing a clue. And they have to decipher onto Hector's fucking dings.
He's like fucking Lassie.
He's laughing.
What's that?
Someone's stuck in the well, Hector?
Did you see? So
It's Lydia, by the way. Lydia's stuck in the well.
Lydia. Have you seen? Right now on Twitter, it's derivative of YouTube poops, but they're doing these. They're called like foreshadow clips, where before a clip of something finishes, it'll
Yes,
jump
speed up
cut
to the end.
the conclusion. So it's like a foreshadowing.
Oh,
It's
I don't
become
know.
super popular.
I've
on Twitter.
heard people talk about this, or I've seen people talk about
There's
it, but
one
I haven't
video-
seen examples
There's
of
one
it.
video of Deji eating something and throwing up, and it's like every other clip is him like getting to the point where he would throw it up,
Yeah.
but they interject him throwing up.
Do it, yeah,
in
so
the
I
they
see,
middle
kind
of
of
I see.
foreshadowing things. So someone did that with Gus blowing up, because Hector. Someone did that. They did a foreshadow of that, and then somebody in the comments put, "Could you edit every time he hits the bell? It actually cuts to the one frame of the explosion, and it's fucking amazing." So
Do you have it?
yeah.
I have to see this. This is
fucking
really
amazing.
difficult to conceptualize. But we'll do one more question, one really quick one, and then we'll read the names. We got a lot to get to today. Kingston looks like the kind of guy to soak a Digimon card and come. Wrote in.
You don't know me.
He says, no question. Just wanted to answer a question from a recent pod. Yeah, so I started watching The Big Bang Theory lately, and honestly, it's good. I think a lot of the hate comes from people who absorb it through osmosis and don't engage with it directly. And you know what? Penny is pretty hot.
She's attractive.
See you later, alligator skaters. Thanks for reading. Yeah, she's
attractive.
she's not bad. She's attractive, but like I don't care about that,
Right, because that's never been a point of contention or anything. Like,
Yeah.
no one's ever like, she's ugly. But the thing that always lets me down, disappoints me, when people say they like it, they never explain to me why. Like, because I'm
Yeah.
legitimately curious.
Look, I want to be clear as well. It's not like I haven't watched it. Like I've been
Yes.
with like older family members. Like I've sat in the living room watching it. I get it. I guess it's like turn your brain off. Like whatever. It's a bunch of nerds.
It's like,
But,
they're not genes. They're neurodivergent.
Whatever.
they need to explain that.
It's very generic.
They're both. Like,
It's a generic sitcom to me. It's like sitcoms. Look, I actually like sitcoms, right? Like I remember growing up, I would watch The Parkers, I would watch Fresh Prince, I would watch Seinfeld. I liked even the ones that like aren't even super popular. Like I like
Yes.
or like Everybody Loves Raymond. I like.
There's a reason why situational comedy is
Yeah.
really fucking popular. It's good.
Yeah, King of Queens. I liked.
It's good.
I like those shows, but Big Bang Theory was like this. It's like one of those, but with I think less. Like it's significantly less endearing to me because I'm aware of the culture that they're trying to appeal to. It just feels very transparent in what they're like. Nerds like us, Like King of Queens didn't feel like. Even Seinfeld, I guess Seinfeld was like a very Jewish show, but it didn't feel like
But
Jews
they had-
only. You know what I mean? Like this
punchlines.
That's what I mean. Like it's not really that well written. It's just like reference humor. It's just like okay,
I'm not
here's
trying to
this
be
is
mean.
this is like when Halo 2 was gay, and it's just like and
Well,
then
if they
why
said
would
that,
Batman work
I
for
would
Al
actually-
Qaeda?
that would be funny.
I would laugh at that.
'Cause it's
No,
stupid.
it's this. There's a reference to something that happened in a Green Lantern arc. And then
Yeah.
that's the punchline. I was like, that's not funny.
yeah.
Just referencing something like I swear to God, I before anybody was saying anything bad about this show, this was in 2008. I was sitting at a cell phone store. I was like Cricket Wireless. And I was like, it's cheap as shit. I'm going to go here.
Yeah.
And Big Bang Theory was on. So while I'm waiting to be helped, I'm watching it. I'm like, what? I was confused. I was like, it's like things are constantly being set up, but I'm hearing laughter. And I'm like, what's happening? And so that was before anybody was saying YouTube was popping. YouTube was not popping in 2008. It wasn't. So the thing is, I was like, to this day, I still don't get it. And I want people to explain to me, like, when you hear these things, what is making you laugh? And from my perspective, I think it's the laugh track. I personally believe
I think so
that
too.
if the laugh track was gone, people wouldn't laugh at these quote unquote jokes, because I want to laugh. It's not even like a laugh. Like those shows don't make, like, sitcoms don't really make me laugh so much as they, like, I'm aware that they're funny. You know what I mean? What are you talking about?
Like, I've never, I can count maybe 7 times total where I've like laughed out loud at like a sitcom.
Well,
you know what
you're
I mean?
not supposed to,
you know what I mean?
Barrel over with
Right.
laughter.
It's not like so funny that you're losing your mind. You're just like,
No,
you're just amused.
I'm casually laughing though.
Yeah,
I am
right.
casually laughing.
When's the last time you laughed out loud?
There's fucking podcasts, probably.
Yeah, probably like this.
This episode?
It's usually the podcast that does it.
But that's what I mean.
I don't know,
Throughout
man. I haven't laughed out loud. Like, I feel like I haven't laughed out loud from a video in a while.
That can't be true. I feel like that's the
Well-
only thing you do is you laugh at videos.
I'll show you the last time I laughed out loud at a video.
Oh yeah. Wait, let me see this. Oh man, the suspense is crazy.
Right.
That's so stupid.
This is so dumb. That is so much dumber. That is so much dumber.
That is so much dumber than I even thought it was going to be.
That is so dumb.
Every time he hits it, it's a frame of the explosion.
All right, look, listen.
That is so much dumber. That is so.
All right, whatever. Listen, yeah, you're free to like Big Bang Theory. There's a reason why it made a lot of money. I'm sure, like, it's passive and it like, you know, it's something to distract people. It's
a genuine. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I just don't think it's. I don't like it, and I like sitcoms.
Yeah. It's just a genuine curiosity for me personally that I want people to explain to me what they think is funny about it, or like say it is not even me trying to be like, you're wrong. It is I legit want to know, because I find British humor, dry humor, is not my favorite. I still like it. It's just not it's not on the top of my list.
I don't like dry humor that much.
It's not on the top of my list. I've enjoyed plenty of dry humor.
I don't even think Big Bang Theory is dry humor.
No, it's not dry. I'm not saying it's dry. I'm talking about specifically, just to give an example.
Yeah, fair.
Like, I'm like,
It's like statements. It's like Batman.
I can tell you why I don't find it as funny. I can tell you why when I think it is funny. I can explain what I think. You know, I can explain my thoughts, and I've constantly ran into people. Not constantly, but when I've asked people what they like about it, they've never given me like a real.
Lily likes that show. She watched the whole thing.
Well, I'd like to say that's a perfect example of, like, ask her like what she finds funny about it.
I don't respect her opinion enough to ask her that, though.
All right, we're gonna move on to names.
All right,
we're gonna read the credits now.
You'd be like, "Oh, this." I'm like, oh, "Shut up."
We're starting an hour in, or we're starting early because we know how this goes.
Yeah.
$25 and up patrons, you can read. You can get your name read on the show. If you go on over there, please visit us, patreon.com/SnarkTank. Leave comments, leave a like, share if you want, do all that stuff. Count me down.
1, 2, 3. Blues could do. You can too.
Is that what it is?
Well, not the 1, 2, 3
No,
part.
no,
Yeah, not the one.
Blues
Yeah,
can
you
do. You can too.
And then he jumps into a different dimension.
He can escape the shirt man.
Dude, he's
only if he says that chant first.
That's
Steve-
true.
That's the only.
Steve is his natural. Like, that's his nemesis.
Because Steve can choose to go into the shirt, so technically he cannot be harmed by him. He's already in the shirt.
I want to see have you ever seen the Street Fighter Alpha 2 poster or the cover art where it's fucking it's Akuma just fucking standing over Ryu?
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking iconic. I want to see
Shirt Man over Steve.
fucking Steve. Oh my god!
Steve in blue just looking up at shirt man.
I need that.
like red aura looming over him. He's just like.
So I'm gonna take this concept right here, this one that you just drew. I'm gonna commission somebody to do that.
So stupid. All right.
It's amazing.
All right. Getting on to the names. Just played the Hammer game with my grandpa. I don't think he's breathing.
Oh,
Hammer game?
That's awful.
I mean, the Hammer game, I don't know.
You hit somebody with a hammer? Is that it?
Probably.
Nice.
That definitely started in New York. Somebody's like running
It
around.
started in London. It started in London and it became popular in New York.
It started in London and then Brooklyn, but never left Brooklyn.
So this is what it's gonna look like.
That's crazy. I can't even imagine this mask from that side.
That's what I was like. Okay, so it's just a hole, and maybe you can see his ear. Or I was trying to like, how would somebody draw
Grudge
that?
match.
All right, Derek, watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Almost every character is based on a musical artist and gay, like you all. Crystal Fox's massive, veiny, throbbing girlcock sleaze merchant. I squirt myself.
Cool.
I squirt myself today to see if I still squeal. The police officer in Diddy's house sliding in baby oil for
Perpetual
all
slide.
eternity.
The perpetual slide.
Mama just fucked a man. Put my dick.
Can't do it.
Put my dick in mouth and spread. Bust my load. Filled up his head.
Can't do it.
Yeah, it's already
He's
gay.
already gay. The world will collapse.
Well, the song isn't gay.
Well, the song isn't gay. That's true. But people are like, because people want me to do Judas Priest like really badly.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't, man. The universe is gonna tear. It's just, I
It's
can't
gonna become straight.
take a gay man's words and make him gay.
Is Judas Priest gay?
Well, Rob Halford is.
No.
He's very gay.
Removing him from my Spotify
the leather
now.
in metal trend.
Yeah.
Because, that shit was like gay biker shit. And he brought it to metal. And he was like, that's amazing that he turned a bunch of people into a bunch of... he made a bunch of people look gay as fuck.
Well,
I appreciate it.
Jackpot.
I know who I'm taking off my Spotify.
Imagine sucking this ball.
I mean, I still got Kanye on my playlist.
That's crazy.
That is
so do
kinda
I
crazy,
think. I think I have like a couple.
It happens. I was listening to Michael Jackson the other day.
I
Fire.
can't give up. I can't do it, man. I'm sorry.
He's so good. I was like, Jesus Christ.
He's too.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine.
He's
He's too diversely good as an artist for me to be like, just take him.
But he can't draw.
He probably could, knowing him. It's like Freddie Mercury can just fucking draw really well for some goddamn reason.
A lot of artists can just draw really well. Like
I like if
Eminem
you're an
also.
artist,
Like
you're
his,
an artist.
Eminem's Marvel
He
shit's
wanted
so
to be
weird.
He wanted to be a comic book artist, actually.
It's part of the brain, man.
Yeah, but it's jarring to see. Like, I understand drawing things well, but then Eminem's drawings are like, that's comic level stuff. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, it makes sense.
Well, yeah, it's way better. Makes way more money doing this.
It makes sense why he would be able to do that. It's like just the kind of person he was. Of course, he'd be like, someone that just like, I need the means to escape so I don't kill my mom.
Right.
So
I got to draw Spider-Man so he can remind me not to kill my mom.
Hey, Marshall, don't do that. That's not okay.
Sweeney is just Chris in his Cesaro form. Rogue Juan, a race war story. The Wiggles, more like the Niggles.
Whoa.
Why do black men only have nightmares? Because the last one to have a dream got shot. All right. But I'm needing that Eldritch Dick. Call me HP Love Shaft.
Love Shaft.
Love Shaft is pretty good. Smashing gay pumpkins be like penetration, dirty penis, lubrication on myself. I fuck brothers, women, zero, thrust my face into something. Silver Spermer putting the second dimension on his. Silver Spermer putting the second dimension on his shirt. Funny man, haha. Vaughn of the Dead. Two-Face, but one side is just gay. Oh,
like
good
that.
Lord, this is a good one. Sweeney is right on most topics. Round-eyed Asian. Can shirt man take numbers away from can't count past 3 man so he becomes can't count past 1 man? Sweeney, I'm making you a heavy Ronin in the game.
Thanks.
Okay. Thanks. You can tell how grateful he is.
I said, what should I say?
Say, cool, man.
Thank you. I still you said thanks.
No, you said thanks. Which I think is Caribbean for I don't care.
Probably.
Perpetually irritated frenulum. The masculine urge to dress like a cutie
you guys seen this
patootie.
video?
Shut up. Cutie patootie. I'm stocky 6-foot Mexican.
This fucking guy.
suck and kiss all over your pussy until you squirt in my mouth.
Oh, I think I have seen this.
The poor guy's like,
All right, hey Kingston, read the rest of these
Yeah.
since you want to interject so
I
much.
really don't want to. but
No, yeah, I mean
whatever.
you clearly want some attention.
Where did you stop? You stopped at this?
I don't remember.
You're funny, man. You're funny, Chris.
The masculine urge to dress like a cutie patootie. I'm a stocky 6-foot Mexican, not blessed with a typical Mexican twink jeans. Blair White canonically banging Alex Jones. Aubrey 2? Is Aubrey 2? Aubrey 2, but she drinks cum instead of blood. Having Gary from the server drawn and quartered, stitched back together incorrectly, and then drawn and quartered again. Eat shit, Jake Doherty. Yeah, fuck you,
Doherty.
stupid cunt. Death. Someone's named Death. That's crazy.
Nice.
That was my gamer tag when I was younger. It was fucking edgy.
It's pretty fucking gay.
It is. Jax, the world fastest Mayori. Harold and the purple crayon instead. It's Harold and the purple drink. It's a Harold and the purple crayon. Gets addicted. Because he gets addicted to drugs because he's an addict. Chief, what are you doing, sir? Returning peace to Israel. Kingston looks like the kind of guy that soaks Digimon.
Is your fucking phone still on?
That was not mine. That was Chris's, actually.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
It was the iPad.
That was the iPad?
Yeah.
Oh.
Another one.
Oh, I see.
Kingston's like the kind of guy that soaks a Digimon card in cum and then swipes it in his ass like a credit card. Big meaty stinks. You may have invaded my mind, but there's one thing a seal always keeps. His baby! Andy, the man whose handies are A tier but not as dandy. The drink cup officially music. The drink cup officially music video. Every day in my sheets, you hear glock, 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 glock. He smoker, Gids. Watch Transformers 1 in theaters before it dies, please. It's so fire. I'm going to say this weekend with my nephew, actually. Sipping on some semen by Gay Sex Mafia.
Sipping on some
I'm the Joker, baby. Slipknot, the N-word and I. That's an awfully hot shot. That's half a shot, cummy shot.
Yeah.
Should I take it in my face? Definitely. Kevin Durant's feet. What you call it? Get rich quick scheme. Make more wet bitches thick creams. Ew. Relinquish your content of your pockets. Relinquish the content of your pockets, bruv, or thou shalt chef you up, man. Mr. Pants. Derek, when is gay not like us coming out?
This character?
I mean, it's.
Is that shirt man?
It just turned out to be a Simpson.
They call me
Is
the
there a
cup
bite out of his nose?
cardboard pie. What else we
Wait,
got?
what did Derek say? What? Oh, I listened to that one band. Yeah, they're
They're gay.
they were something. I'll just say that.
Derek, when is the gay not like us coming out?
Oh, what? That's
I like men's butts.
I should have jumped on that immediately. I didn't.
It's
Yeah.
past. It's
That would have. Yeah.
She spum
What
on
did the
my
numbers,
bum
whatever.
slab of futter. Black Myth Yakub. Notice how they still haven't used the new intros, and also I'm a gay slur, a jolly old dipshit.
True.
Legion, but his head is he has a fleshlight for a head. Harris Clinton squared off. I would definitely watch that, man. Definitely in the 90s, I'd watch that. Defeating a sandwich only makes it tastier. Happy Spooktober, guys, especially you, Sweeney. Oh, that's
Spooktober.
I need Sofia Falcone from The Penguin calling me slurs and spitting in my mouth. She is bad, bro. She's a baddie. 100 Dubois, Apexis scan shows you're gay. What's it called? I need a queero. I'm pumping hard in a homo till the end of the night. And he's gotta be gay. And he's gotta be gay.
He's gotta be gay.
Gay for the night. I need a homo. I want chicken wings and fried rice. I just, for some reason, hearing that song in my mind made me think of like
chicken wings and fried rice.
Yeah, from like fucking New York.
Yeah.
Fucking that's what I would eat every time when I fucking watch that movie.
Interesting.
I want to eat bad so badly, man.
Just eat fake bad.
Nah, man. This diet, I feel better. I just really, really, really miss bad shit. Until I have it, then I'm like, oh, this is kind of bad.
Like get your air fried chicken.
Hey, dude, you made me hard. Kiss my penis and make it wetter. The Gators. Rise Against is the used for straight men.
Hey,
Smitchy the Kid. Gay parody movie, The Great Escape. But it's The Great Escape. And Toby Spider-Man was actually in high school. He was in high school in the first movie, yeah.
Read better.
He was. Poopy Pants Gaming, Sweeney Showers and Sneakers. No, I'm hanging out with a couple of gooners. I'm just here so I don't get killed. British people come and then be like, what's all this then? Big Dick Randy. Pulled out 20 years late in the sloppiest way possible. Call that bitch Afghanistan. Cat Williams was right. These big dick deviants are all getting caught in 2024. Transfam Gremlin. Yush. I can't believe they added John Wick's move to Fortnite. Craig the Canadian. Can anyone recommend me a non-woke Futanari game? Saying that is so crazy, dude. It's your boy Shawnee D, the Holy Trinity 100, $100 Jamiroquai, the Toretto House, and then Shaq in a yellow shirt. Was he calling me Shaq? Was someone calling me Shaq?
I don't know, I guess.
Do I have any yellow shirts?
You should know. It's you. You should know that.
It's like the joke. It's like the fucking Walt Jr. joke about trans people. How do you not know what gender you are? You're it.
Not know who you are. You're it.
You're it. Imagine if Mike Jackson still was alive and got weirder during the COVID, you're weird during COVID, like celebrities. Don't say that, man. I just want Michael Jackson to not be as bad as things are pointing he may be.
I want to be bad.
3XO begging Kingston to never get braces so he can spit water at people using his iconic tooth gap. Please stop, guys. That's one of the few things I'm fucking self-conscious about.
10,000 pounds per square inch.
That's
pressure.
insane. It's pretty much a blade. What do they call the water? What do they call things that they cut things with water?
Yeah. I can't think of it right now, but we know what you're talking about. They just cut through like fucking anything.
Water saws, some shit. That sounds so stupid.
Water saw.
A water saw. The euphoric feeling of being on HRT for 7 months and having my penis shrink from 6 inches erect to 4 inches erect. Slurping, stroking, smoking, joking. Emoticon's going like this. MH. Oh.
Is that Hector?
No.
What did you do?
No.
This guy fucking.
No. I recovered.
I recovered.
I recovered that fast. Only like 2 clicks. I didn't touch this at all. Gotcha. I know what to do. MH, the dripful one. Look up all of Dave Rubin's predictions of the DRC archives on YouTube.
Yes, I've seen them and they're glorious.
Obi, won't you blow me? I beat him off and suck his penis just to know that I'm gay. Punish Venom Sheldon.
Scorsese?
50 Cent, 250 and Blood in the Piss.
Kind of
Evil Sween, be like I love the
than I
gays.
actually intended it to be.
At least 8,345,000. 130 ants in the shape of a human. There's only one queer left. Walter White's voice. I am the Hawk Tour. Jesse's voice. Hell yeah, Mr. White. Spit on that thing. Wage Slave 583. Papini Brothers present Vegeta's Galactic Feud Review YouTube channel. Donkerson. OG. Huey. Oi, Huey. Be a good cunt and come bounce on me cock in the back of the Buca de Beppo. Gauge 6. Am I going to finish all of this?
Yeah, hurry up, pussy.
P. Diddy blasting his favorite 50 Cent song, Many Men. Many Men. Wait, many men should come upon him for seconds or deal or second record deal or whatever. That's so weird to write that. PP Chris checks out the great song called You're Gay. You're Gay and I Hate You by I Made It the Fuck Up, You Stupid Donkey Bitch. That's so mean.
It's fire.
That's just not nice.
That's a good song, man.
At this point, it'd be funnier if you had Brad on the podcast before Colin. Me be fishy. Fagnito and the Gay Sex Men. John Strickland. I will in fact be wearing a suit and tie to the Super Bowl. Merckx 1889. Total Siliger death. Behead a Siliger, roundhouse a Siliger into traffic, steamroll over Siliger's heads. Wow, man, that
Clig.
Siligers?
Yeah, because it's
Like a cyclist. That's why, like, you saying Siliger make me think it was Cylon.
Oh, okay. The Furniture DJ was immediately on board for mosh at Frankie Valley's house. That's terrible. Poor Frankie Valley, man. Just let him die.
Please.
The ghost of
Shotgun
Jim Crow
blast.
haunting a woman's bathroom at Chuck E. Cheese. Pre-Roz.
Penis Roz.
Spread your cheeks so I can shit in your ass. Blink 896. Radiohead, Nice Peen. Anna Sorokin is currently on Dance with the Stars. Yelling World Star in a crowded room unprompted. Alaskan oil-filled trash. Texas tater salad. A young Sheldon suffocating in a cave upside down. It would seem I can't breathe.
I wish. God.
Tickle my ass hairs. Niggy Ziggy, formerly known as Niggy Jizzy, formerly known as Nicky Ziggy. Honestly, on God, for real, congrats on Swing losing weight. Good shit, man. Keep it up. I'm trying.
No.
I wonder if Derek has listened to the band.
I did.
Kansas?
Yeah, that's the one. I listened to it, and it's yeah, you know, it's it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's just,
and it's a wonder I can breathe with all the. It's been a breathe when all big flat dicks in my jaw. Jamiroquai, I guess. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Badly Brave. Duck Hunt. Etherean. Brogerian Punter. Namphrum. Melphis 1, and to round out our list, the king of haphazard.
Finally. Peace out, my fellow Negroids. Every one of you are honorary black men today.
No, you're not, but thanks for coming in. I appreciate you guys.
Do not
Look at the little guy.
go out, or you will be asphyxiated with a knee.
Whoa.